Honorable Joe Miller, Superintendent, Kingsburg District, Montreal County. Honorable Jonathan S. Yofi, Commissioner, Chobota Township, Montreal County. Madam Azata D. Flobo, Commissioner, Tottenhamville Township, Montreal County. Recommendation. Having examined the credentials of the nominees coupled with their demonstrated abilities to respond to inquiries supported by their conduct during the hearing, it is a considered opinion of the committee that Madam Billy Williams, Commissioner of Louisville Township, Montreal County, Honorable Joe Miller, Superintendent, Kingsburg District, Montreal County, Honorable Jonathan S. Yofi, Commissioner, Chobota Township, Montreal County, and Madam Azata D. Flomo, Commissioner, Tottenhamville Township, Montreal County, be confirmed to their respective positions as mentioned above. Signed, members of the committee, Mr. President of the Senate, with 3 confirmation report.
Now the reading the report by the committee for the confirmation of the LEC local government officials from Martini and Natl. Pastor William Clerk, the Senator General.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Your friend is there.
I will answer the question.
Why you get part of your president? Your friend is there.
Mr. President, I was warned that the
People, hello. I came to say thank you for yesterday's program. The program was very successful and everybody happy. Oh, you did well yesterday. You did so well until I have to come to say your thank you. Your thank you for all the effort, the way you work hard, for those that gave money, for those that provided support, for people to buy t-shirt, for people to buy water, for people to have food, those that bought bread, those that put gas in pickups, that put gas in trucks. Your thank you. Your thank you for the program. It was peaceful. There was no holla, no violence. Everything was just okay. And besides that, that peaceful protest was one of the biggest protests ever in the history of this country. But the one that made me to check is the fact that when day broke, it was raining heavy and rain much of the time yesterday. But that rain did not even stop it from coming. You are promised every time we go to a meeting, you say, don't worry about the rain. Rain come, we'll be outside. But you proved it yesterday that when you say something, you can do it. All the rain that fell yesterday, it never stopped it from coming out. You still came out in your tens of thousands. It was so good. Everybody happy. And what you've done now, you now made history. You now made history because it shows that people can still come outside and be peaceful. Where there was no violence, police were then making beam. They were showing water tank. They were pouring water on people. They were showing baton in the air as if they went for a war. They were there threatening people. They were with tear gas on people. It didn't stop it from coming. When the police saw you, they were even scared. But they didn't know that we are peaceful. So it just showed that all the lies that were lying about, oh, the people coming outside, there will be violence. That's so loud they were lying because they want government money. Because we hear say $3.5 million that they want to put outside for that. They say they want to keep peace for that program. What kind of peace they were keeping? We kept our own peace. We were peaceful. There was no violence. No one was slapping nobody. So we just want to say thank you. So that money part, and I know even the police people say who way down there, they didn't eat nothing. Like the big shot and way up there, the security sector, from the different security people, they didn't want to have eaten that money. So that one part that they own. That's some of the reason why we always come outside to demand that corruption ends. Now, yesterday we gave this document called petition. That one means when you vex with your government, you say the way things going are not good, and you put it in writing, you say, Kanye, we want you to change the way things going and make it right. That's what they call the petition. We were supposed to give it to Buaka yesterday. He refused to come. He went to one program called AR program. So he put AR a machine, not human being. So he put machine over human being. And that was bad. But we gave him 14 days. In 14 days, he must begin to respect the thing we say in our document and start carrying out the thing we want him to do that will make people happy, that will stop all the bad things happening under his government. So when the 14-day time pass, he not do those things, we'll come back again, we'll announce another protest. That protest part, it will be bigger than the one we just finished having. It will be far bigger, far bigger. When we come out at that time, when we come outside that time, the thing that we demand will be bigger than the one we demanded yesterday. So we're giving that 14 days. So I just come to say thank you to everybody. Y'all thank you. Those that were talking for us, Isaac Jackson, Lofa Julius, Alexander Biede, William Bro, y'all thank you. Tetos Pakala, thank you. I will not forget those that were raising the money. Mr. Pale Uleto in America, thank you. And all the people on that committee, they call the GoFundMe committee, y'all thank you. Even the different groups that supported us, the CDC Youth League, thank you. The student group, they call PROSA, thank you. The advocacy group called Citizens United for Accountability, we say thank you. And all the civil society groupings that also stood by us or that are standing by us will say thank you. Yana Balls then, motorbike riders, keke riders, petty traders, we say thank you. Disadvantaged you, we say thank you. CDC Women League, we say thank you. Everybody, even those on the ground here, zonal head, district coordinators, the people who can pray for all the pastors, and we say thank you. You did well. So if I can't say thank you, it would not be good. So I just came outside to say thank you to all of you. We can't call everybody because you're too plenty. But so those who will not call, please reach out to them and say, we want to say thank you to you for all the good things you did for this program. So the small grouping that we put together, you will not dissolve it. In fact, y'all begin to bring more people inside it to make it bigger, to make it stronger, because if Buaka talk good, after 2 weeks, we're coming back to announce different protests. That one part, it will still be peaceful, but will not be scary. That what the book will call will be fearless and will be resolute. So thank you for everything. God bless everybody. You will not go to bed. Therefore, will not start so for the Liberian people. We will not sit down until we finish doing the. Y'all keep standing up. Women then you're tired with. Young people, y'all wear your boots then. Because we'll keep standing up until the right thing is done in the country. Too long now, you go to the hospital, no medicine there. Everything just going some kind of way. It can't be like that. We got to stand to make sure that everything that
Thank you so much. political administration, and we will take over. Thank you. Mr. Chairman. Deputy Administration Operation, respectively, all other senior public police officers present here. My own office staff, the partner, where's Mola? Is he here?
Yes.
Okay. The fourth estates, we are pleased at this hour as chairperson of the National Security Committee, which comprise of defense, intelligence, security, information affairs, to have taught that with the professionalism that Liberian police continue to exhibit out there, I want to commend you first for the part. And we think this team is doing extremely well to protect their property, and we are all obligated to support you as chairperson of the security committee.
It's always a pleasure having you join the conversation. It's good to be back again on the People's Program. The morning rise Sunday on Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Hotline, Cool YouTube Channel 2, as well as Cool 91.9. Situated in the city of Pines, Montserrat, Liberia, this is the Breakfast Info Component Program, the authoritative voice of truth in Liberia, where truth telling is the hallmark of our broadcast. We are really in broadcasting. Welcome, folks, to this edition of your favorite morning show. The morning around Mondays to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll run through global national issues on politics, religious, entertainment, sports, and human interests as well. All of these things we discuss on the platform where Liberia matter most at the end of the day. Facts supersede opinions and view on this platform. It's always a pleasure having you join the conversation as we walk the walk and talk the talk, and as usual help to shift the paradigm of our democracy. Without fear, without favor, we speak on the truth, the very hard truth I say on this platform without apologies, because we do not use the three-letter words, and we are no stranger in making sure that facts are the primary objective of making Liberia better. Truth telling, difficult for our country, but we must prevail in telling the truth without manufacturing anything. I'm Weekie Brooks this morning, and T. Nicholas Barkley is the man behind the camera on this wonderful, wonderful day, producing all of the sound and video this morning. But it's a pleasure having you joining us this morning as usual. So welcome to all of you following us on our handle, our social media handle. You can watch, share, leave your comments. We'll try to read some of them out. Yeah, you can ask somebody, but this is the first time joining us. Trust me, you are the right place at the right time, and you are safe. If you are just in Liberia for the first time, we like to say welcome. And if you're leaving, we say bon voyage. To our gallant men and women in good morning to you. Thank you for service to the country. Some of you have served so many years, and you continue to serve. To our doctors, our nurses, those who are responsible for our health, we say thank you for sacrificing over the period of time. It's tough. To our teachers who are indoctrinating positive knowledge into our kids for the next generation. To our commercial driver who take us to places from one destination to another. And to the passenger, we say good morning to all of our motorcyclists as well, and all of the passenger keke and drivers and passenger, good morning. Hope you guys are having a convo and receive a conversation, not having one. Politically, we must be tolerant, and religiously, we must be tolerant. We all cannot come from the same political party. We all cannot come from the same tribe or the same region or the same religion. But it's good that unity in diversity keep a nation going, and we respect the views of others. This is where we are, and welcome to this edition of the Morning Ride. You know, Liberia, well, I'd like to say again, thanks to the government of Liberia, at least for dedicating 2 passport hub for our citizens who are in the southeast and people who are in central Liberia. It's good that government takes up some of this initiative and see the need, the living standard of the people, and take some of these services to the people, decentralizing a lot of activities that people will not have to spend so much money to come from G, come from Maryland, trying to Grand G there, just to obtain their own national document. But it's good that in the wisdom of the Minister of Foreign Affairs or the government of Liberia and other able lieutenants who thought it wise, who've been thoughtful, and with support from taxpayer money, we have been able to achieve it. But we hope that our folk will make good use of that. And to the ministry, some of those that you're going to put in charge, they should also understand that they've been paid for the jobs, and there should be no means of exploiting our people. Let the services run smoothly, and people can obtain their travel documents, and do not have to be so costly, because people pay thousands of dollars to come to Monrovia. We have to wait for a couple of days, sometimes weeks, before going obtaining it and going back. It's so costly. But if we try to start to decentralize these things, other countries are doing it. It's much easier, and government generated hugely, and development ongoing. So we think this is a milestone, and we hope that other services, government can look in those directions and say yes. We think this is a time that we take these services to the people other than the people coming to us. Yeah, I mean, this is good. All around, you see people in other countries, these things are happening, and they help to speed up development. Because once the people start to save some money, they start to develop. But if the man will save over $150 US, have a passport for him, if you fill your passport into it, and the transportation to and fro, is something that we must look at the living condition of the people. So we start to take some of these services that are very essential to the forward march of our country and improvement of our citizens is welcoming. Whoever initiated this process, whether from the previous government to this government, we want to say all of those who are involved, it's a big thank you. It's a welcoming one, and we hope to see more of these services that people spend so hard to come to Central Monrovia or central government to receive some of these services can be taken decentralized in the strategic location that people have easy access to it. And so those who will be given an opportunity to go there and serve, please serve the people well, and do not use it to exploit it. We hope that the ministry, the hardworking team there, will have an oversight. To the lawmakers in this region, you also have an oversight responsibility to make sure and listen to the cry and concern from those who will be raising some of the concern. When there's a delay, the people should be made to answer why delay. And if people will be overcharging, want to put their own fees there, we hope that our people, our leaders, we have a listening ears to make sure that they have the ministry informed that those who are on that side are exploiting the people. But it's always good to have some of these things happening. We are getting there gradually because we are copying some of these things. That's why we said, when you travel out of Liberia, and some of you who have lived abroad, some of you who have traveled extensively outside of Liberia, it's good. It's not just about the traveling. Sometimes you travel, when you come back to Liberia, there are some things that are applicable to our society. There are some things that will not just work. But you do a feasibility study and you watch and look at things. Sometimes you help to give some of these pieces of advice or recommendations to government. What if you come from the opposition? What if you come from... Some of these things will be on record that you did it and government rejected it. We on record for some of these things. We know people in the past that helped during the COVID-19. We all were here. When Senator DeLong brought in to help, when we were all asking to help in the fight against COVID, drugs, and later government rejected it. On grounds, they had own justification, all of these things, but were not taking into consideration the lives of the people. Even this very institution. See, they come Liberia cool. We also we donated motorbikes to the Ministry of Mines and Energy. In the past, government, we donated it to help for these mining inspector in the counties, in some of the difficult areas hard to reach, at least to have access to some of the mining sites where illegal mining activities are taking place, because it's one sector that should be generating huge sum of money. And the minister received it. And later he was instructed to return it. And the next morning, by 2 to 3 in the morning, they brought our bags back. The government said, no, they want it from us. What we did to them, nobody knows. They brought it back. So we need to see some of these things happening. Then you can record it, because I'm giving you facts now. These are some of the things that took place. We are not just institutions that get broadcast. We involve into humanitarian services. We have government. Whoever government I come to government I go. And this government, you have seen a lot of recommendations have come from the identical institution when it comes to our broadcast. It's not bragging, that's reality. We don't come here to insult people. We don't come here to denigrate people. We come with the very hard truth. If the president does a good thing today, we tell you, if there's a misstep, Mr. President, no, that's a misstep. The same with the former president. And some people who feel because you are not patriotic and just being blindfolded with the issue of party, and you would not look at the bigger picture called Liberia, you would just, deeming somebody who been, no, the person against, the person this. I remember receiving a call, I'm certified, I'm certified, if you take the, so that means I'm very powerful, but I can take out, I can remove full government, and I'm one of the most powerful men in Liberia. Because I don't see how that works. But we provide the education. Political parties in this country don't even educate the people how to vote. You only want numbers. You don't educate them. How many of your folks in political party here, the party constitution or the bylaws? How many of them? So you see Liberia in the way it is today because of how some of our leaders, like we've been saying some of these things for a long period of time, but this is good that some folks are seeing reason in it and it's resonating well gradually. It might not be instant, but rather it's a process. The people will take time to understand these things. Like the Associate Justice Destiny Baka Kane, he has done his confirmation hearing, and on yesterday he was being bold to our senators that there's a need to have our 1986 Constitution re-rating. And he said there are some provisions, there are some laws within are not in line with present-day reality of the governance system in modern society. And that's true. That's true. Because you see some of the things that are happening to our country, we look at it being backed by some of the articles in our constitution. And sometimes you want to talk about it, somebody say, yeah, go to article this. I'm not breaking any laws. And they are right. They are right. We need to be looking at some of these things. And these things help to develop our country. And that's what I want to talk about. And there are some things I really want to talk about because I took my time to look at it. And some of you will give your kind of opinion on it. Because we need Liberia to actually develop. Sometimes we lower the tone of politics and just look at Liberia and say how we move from this stage to this stage and how can we get there in a way. Take for instance, we need a total reform of most of our laws in Liberia to help this country, because some of the laws in Liberia currently are complete turning blocks, hindrances to the progress and forward march of this country. And people heavily rely on it because there's a law that defends them, and they are right. But we have to look at ourselves, where we are, and which century we are in now, and look back. What are some of these laws? And look at the effect of it. Take a whole view. Have a study on it. That we can work on some of these things. You take, for instance, there is no law that prohibits or forbids somebody who being representative or senator in this county and will notice probably the next election he or she might not win and get to know, because sometimes when they are there, they themselves, the guys understand, almost like you going to school. You know at the close of the academic year whether you will pass or you fail, because you know. So they start to go to some of the liberal counties. They take advantage of the poverty rate and the illiteracy. So they look and study the people. Go in one district, that's when they know he or she comes from that district. They go back, the next thing they start to build things, giving micro loan to the women, empowering the young people there, buying football jerseys, opening tournament, having children party. So, oh yeah, the road, found one yellow machine ticket, they say, opening the road. The next day, say that one of our sons, one of our daughters, that were home, you see the, so they will pay one little house there, say that the house, weekend go there and sleep. And the next time you see election, the man is contesting. The man will be represented in Monserrado. The next thing he's in Lofa. The next day, he's in Riverside. The next time, he's on this side. And we keep electing them. And the Constitution backs them. So if we have a review, that if you are representative and have been a representative in this place, that forbids you of going to contest. Once, if you want to be representative for life, you will remain over there to be representative and keep doing the good work for the people who elect you. We see somebody will be representative in Monserrado after 2-3 terms. The next thing you jump in Bombing County, you jump in Lofa, you jump in Riverside, you won't go backward, you won't go Maryland. You get to know that that's where you're from. You Senate, you representative. When there's a vacancy in the Senate, whether you even represented in Monserrado, you go to contest in Lofa. We saw that. The representative in District 12 during the senatorial election in Lofa County. Look, you left the people here, went to contest on that side. So when we review these things and say, if you are representative and you want to contest for the senatorial seat, you want to go and contest for the senatorial seat, you should resign. Saying you don't have the one that with you, you're not certified with. Let's have some of these provisions, let's have some of these things enshrined into our laws. That people will sit out and weigh the risk factors will come into being. And say, look, say, because you see the man, you see May 10 election, the May 10 senatorial election, you are represented. You still got maybe you got 2-3 years to go, and you notice that why you represented for Lofa County, but they haven't, and you weigh all of the options, weigh all of the counties. You say, okay, say I know her from this place, or my mom, my pa from this place. I'm going to run in my Gibi County. If he or she goes there and do not win and know for well that person has already resigned before going to contest, you go to the private sector. You will not just come back. The same with the senators. They will be in their seats. And when the general and presidential election come around, they go to contest for the presidency. Say you want to be a president, resign. These things are things that we need to look at, clean it, and save government some money. But we can't have people just jumping from one place to another, jumping from one place to another. So we need a reform of our constitution and see some of these things, as it relates to present day reality. We got to look at that. And sometimes we review some of these things. Some of the power that the president has in nomination or appointment. That sometimes we have to reduce it. That civil society grouping and other people can vet people and submit some of their names to the president. Like in other countries, Chief Justice, they vote for them. They are voted. The public are the one the president will not even nominate. The people go for election. In other countries here, they will be nominated by the head of state and go through the confirmation. So we look at some of these things, what of these things are applicable to our society, what we can have it to. Then we look at these things. You see. And that's how Liberia we try to get better. It might not just be that instant. It's going to take some years with the right people, the right minds to do these things. One other thing I sat critically inside to picture Liberia, and I want us to have an open discussion on this thing. I was looking at this. Now, take for instance, do we need to pay all of our lawmakers the same salary and benefits? Do we? Some say yes, others say no. But we all understand that some positions that come with much bigger benefit and money allotted to their offices for certain functions. That's good. It is time that Liberians, you just sit and think. Take for instance, we do it like this. Because you see, the resources in our country are so much, but yet the people live in poverty. The resources are extracted from those counties and shipped abroad, and the people receive peanuts. We need a law that states that if we have this concession in Bapolo, whoever mounting doing what there, the law will say 20% or 30% of what goes into government revenue to central government, 20-30% must be left in the county for development by law. Let it be instructed by law that the bureaucracy, the commissioner, the superintendent, the development superintendent, the representative senator will not struggle when they want rule running up and down between central bank, finance ministry, public works, and all of these things. That the local government will have a say, because we know we have the local government structure now. But it's time to probably go above that. That we have some of these things that we don't just collect out of the taxes like that and just take it to central government and you find people running. And up and down. Now, why the idea that we should not pay all of our lawmakers the same salary and benefits? Look, we sit here and we hear that this company that is mining, logging, or whatever they're doing, this country rich in the deposit of this mineral. This country rich in the deposit of this mineral. But if you get there, you don't even believe that what they're talking about, that county has it. You see the poverty in the faces of the people. You see death traps, bad roads, poor housing, healthcare delivery service poor, infrastructure-wise very poor. But yet, you got representatives, you got senators who are earning big salary and benefits and live at the expense of the people. They are the ones who have the finest houses and businesses running. So, like for the government of Liberia, LRA, you take this picture like this. We look at county by county how much we generated in revenue in this fiscal year. Based on your economic strength, your support to the national budget, that's how we pay your lawmakers. Because the people cannot be sitting there absolutely doing nothing, and we still pay them the same money, and you go back to see the same place. It brings competition. They will put these people feet to the fire, that their counties get developed, the district get developed, and we will have more money coming to central government, into government cover. When you look, because it will discourage people from running to just one bit, because you see people in Liberia today. I know some of you will hurt you, but I actually want to hurt you because these are reality. For too long, the people have suffered in this country. So we will have to help government to bring some new modern ideas to them. That's not an archaic way of broadcasting we evolve into. We don't target people. We bring ideas to the table. We're changing the narratives. We are all Liberians. We ourselves need a share of the cake. Not because I sit here so it means I deserve to live a better life too. I want to get take my family on a weekend to Babalu at a resort and have a very good weekend. I want to take my leave. Yeah, let me go somewhere. You don't want to go somewhere where let me cry my head and I will be sleeping more hot. I want to go on a nice beach. Take the kids walking around. Doing your own tourism, walking around, looking at some historical site, and all of these things. These things are there. So we look at the envelope. In this, so based on the size of the resources in the country or in that county, we will pay lawmakers. So we can't pay everybody just the same. So if you sit there and the people mounting, they will tell us that the other company worth this billion. And you go there, you don't see the billion in the lives of the people. Like for America, in the state legislature, we're not talking about Congress now, because in America, all of the states, they got the state-owned legislators. All of the states don't pay the local legislator, for instance, like Monserrato. And you got 2 senators, 17 representatives. But within, say they representing on the overall Monserrato, but Monserrato has, like in Nigeria, Monserrato has the county of Monserrato got the county legislators. Based on the size of the county, the resources, the financial, what they're putting in, that's how they pay them. You go to California, you go to, all the other states, they don't pay them just the same, except for Congress, the congressional salary and benefits, except for the leadership, the high. So they got the base salary. So you come to Liberia now. Same Babulu County or Nima County got huge deposit of iron ore, and yet the people must protest. So we look at how much, then you look at the businesses established in the county. The businesses, how much revenue is being generated for the county. So we set a threshold that after a particular period here, before we can increase, but we will set a threshold. So if we say we pay a lawmaker from River G, the representative will say we pay you $2,500 a month because your county, when it comes to revenue generation, you are low. So we will not pay you the same as the people in Maserati, that huge revenue generator. Then you see that competition. When these people get up and go abroad, they will be looking for people to come and invest. And it will even discourage some of the folks, they will not even run. Because you will be looking from the private sector that you running your own business, can pay yourself, or working with an NGO, earning $5,000-6,000, you are not going to go run for any government position of such. But today, what we see, to a large extent, the sole intent of people becoming lawmakers in this country is to enrich themselves. And at times, protect themselves or escape and live in the culture of impunity. Because our folks will always be afraid to call them to book, except for things are changing gradually, and that we can call lawmakers and officially charge them for crimes that they allegedly committed. So when you start to do that, let's look at how many million. Okay, Nima County, we say Nima County is fast developing. A lot of things there now today. The businesses are booming. They're becoming, one of Liberia's biggest or busiest commercial hub county now. LIBERIA, how much money we generated from January 1 to December 31st? Or we look at the fiscal year, county by county. Nima got the highest, or most rather generated. You always have it. But who told you that you cannot put structure down? So many counties, based on your creativity, you can have inland ports where people will have to go and save their goods or get some things, or we can have it for the nearby country and all of these things. Inland ports. People are having it around the world. Because today, when you see today, there are folks in this country who in government with zero history of even having a real market, when they were never a representative or senator or minister or director. Some of the folks have never worked in the private sector their entire life, being with government, and have contributed nothing, absolutely nothing. They live at the expense of the taxpayer money. They are complete burden liability to the post-struggling taxpayer. That's why you see when they are out of position, when they are out of government, especially elected positions, they fight from morning to night to return. When they are out, you find them into protest, demonstration, anything you call for. Once it has to do with returning to government to buy public sentiment, they are there. But there are folks in government with history of working with institutions in the private sector, with history of running their own businesses before coming to government. So they understand the governance system of the country. They got the fallback position. There are some ministers, there are some directors, there are some representatives, there are some senators. They still provide consultancies to a lot of institutions around the world in Liberia. They make use of my money still. So many people are lawyers. So many people are lecturers. But we don't look for them. We don't see them so easily. But they're around. They don't front for government work. Today, if they are not elected, they don't go to look for a rope to hang themselves. Because they know exactly where they came from. And returning to where they came from is no brainer for them. They go back. They will run their businesses. Because some of them, they are results oriented. Even reason why in government the businesses are still booming. They still doing check and balances. They still employing people. Today, some of you are representative, you are senator, you are minister. You did not help anybody so easily, except your family or your immediate family. But to the people that you represented, you could not help them. Even with not even your money, but to love it for them, you could not do it. So today, you are not the person who used to go to apply for jobs and go sit for interview. Or you are not the person that somebody will just look at and just appoint you. So you see these things. And these are some of the factors that are keeping Liberia behind. There are some folks in this country with not even a 1% interest in working for government. They are well off, established, and have gone on to employ more people than some of the folks who are so powerful in government. Some of them today, their businesses are established around the country. So if they ask you today that they want to be representative, sometimes they go there to make a mark. That place is not hustle ground. That is another place for people who are focused, people who are established, and people who have the country at heart. It's not a place people go hustle. In other countries, even if you're young, you old, from the private sector, you will be properly scrutinized, judged, before people elect you. You must have a history that you were able to manage. Why in the private sector? You built your business from start to finish. And people start to respect you. Say yes. But not because one man, soon a man gets fired, you don't know where he got it from, whether that drugs money. Whether that drugs money, all we know, Moja go join the land and say the man get money or the woman got money or where the woman takes it from, where the man takes it from, all we know. Yeah. So so many people are folks. So we need to look at these things. How can we be hiring? Or say, oh, you go back, you see the resources, get man, they want to, then you still see the people in poverty. They will pay people who should be representing the people to improve their lives far better than the people. We pay you better income that your country will give. Or we pay you better income your district can provide. Because some of the mining or some of the concessions are within your district, but yet the people still are struggling. But you own the paycheck or the pay books of some of the companies. Why we pay you? When the people are agitated, you call it the water meeting, acting like you're in favor of them. This thing got to stop. And we'll give the people all the ideas that will make sure that some of them will put some of these laws together and petition the government to look in this direction. Except for a appointed position, yes. But we can be electing people then, because the sole intent is to make good laws, to represent the people, to have oversight. How can you be there? You yesterday company work so billion. Then you go, you see, you can't even see $100 US in the faces of the people. So where the money going? What the exchange or extracting the resources? So say you sit there, and when the people pay the yearly income or tax to national government, and government pay for it, no, we'll look at what goes there. People got their businesses running. How many money? The taxes. How much do we collect in a fiscal year? What was discounted contribution? But we'll be running behind Ministry of Transport. Minister of Transport, Minister of Mines, Energy, how much you contributed to the national budget, all of these things. then we pay them again for it. Then civil servant will take placard to go protest for the money. The people in the constructions area with black roads, we put tires and other things on the train track before the crowds are heard. But yet, they got people who represent them. And this is balance when it comes to the issue of representation at the Senate. When it comes to the issue of the Senate, 2 senators to a county. Just how you see today, we don't have, all of the counties do not have the same number of representatives. That's how we'll not pay you like that too. We look at the size of the county, the resources that are in the county. And it is good that the president asked the US government to come and have a survey of our mineral deposit. Of what we got. Let's see some of the mineral, look at the region. Because we're just sitting there assuming. Maybe some of the counties today might be sitting on heavy oil deposit. We don't know. And it could be a huge benefit to the people there. Employment, infrastructure-wise, economic-wise, and growth in totality to the country. We have to be innovative. We got to be thinking. You got all of the ideas. You run around, all the ideas outside of government, telling the people, but as soon as you get there, everything disappears in thin air. Broken promises. You want the power, you will lie to the people, you will tell people. And some of you will sit with people. And some of you on record, even with some of us. You make yourself look like you're so good. In split second, you got all the problems in the world. The little peanuts you able to give it. Some of you are architects of broken promises. I will do this one, I will do that one. Some of you were in the villages. It took you years to wear new trousers. You're wearing torn-up pants. You are facing the rubber slipper and things for some of you. You're walking from one time to another. But today, those roads that you used to pass, fortunately for you, you acquire some level of education today. You're in government. The kids after you are still plotting that same road in the same condition. How do you feel? You go back. Some of the old folks who saw you growing up, who are still alive today, who held your hands, the roads are still the same. They're still going back to the creeks. The water, the creek that you used to go to fetch water for the homes, where you used to go and take a bath. People after you are still going there. But you got one little modern house there with your solar light and solar energy or generator. And when you get there running water or you drinking your mineral water, when you go for a vacation or maybe you go for your break or go for weekend, you pay per hour. You're the lawmaker for the district, but probably in one Leeward County, in that whole area, you're the only person that got light. So Liberian, you see, these are some of the hard truth you don't like to hear. But you will sit, you don't understand. The people just use you. So they want to have something to call attention. And let me tell you, some of the requests, some of the protests, some of those things being said, those are genuine things. Nobody should hide from it. But it is a political war or showmanship within political parties and within government. some folks who want to show to the political leader, say you marginalize me, or since, let me make you understand that I'm around, I can still pull the trigger, I can still pull the crowd. I will look for what the people talking about. They put their ears to some of these things. It's not that it matters to them. Let me tell you today, it is not that it matters to them. But they will make it look like they're doing it because of you. No, it is not for you. Some of you genuinely, with sincerity and honesty, you went there first, you will go to somebody protest with a clear mind because you've been directly affected by some of these things. There's no if and end about that. But there are folks who go there, they don't go through where you're going through. Let me tell you, you're seeking for jobs with honesty because you want to feed your family. You want to see yourself well off. So many people, they are not seeking for it. What they got over the years, they stay enjoying it. Today, they can get on a plane and just leave like forget about all the problems behind here and go start working somewhere. Even if they are tooting cartoon, they want to go. They will still earn good money at the end of the year. They will send money back home for people. The deceptions from our leaders are very high in this country. Our leaders are very dishonest. Let me not say all, because there's a lot of folks in this country, let me tell you, before getting to government, they establish themselves. Even today, if they are out of government, they're just going to be the same. There are some folks you see, whether they're in government, there's nothing different. Almost everything that they were doing before, they're still doing it. People in the private sector, some of them got people on scholarship, even more than some of the folks who are sitting in a position of high trust and influence. Some of the folks yesterday, because of people who they help, there are some men and women in this country, our elderly people, some of them they sit home. They are living their lives, they are living a dream based on the people that they went on to empower. Month comes to an end, or sometimes even before the month comes to an end, the man was probably where he was a minister, superintendent, director, ambassador, representative, senator. And in this time serving, there were folks that he made impact in their lives. Today, their phones are ringing. They are the one telling those who they helped before, no, it's oil. Sometimes people unannounced, they get in a vehicle to drive to those people. Oh, daddy, mommy are here. I mean, I put all the things in the car. He said, hey man, you don't give yourself a hard time. There are some folks just before school classes are open, they are requesting for information sheet. They are requesting. Call this other person. He said, I know the grandchildren were you worried about, school about to open or so. I'm going to put them, give me all the information sheet. I'll pick it up. I want to see that. So, bring it to me over the weekend or so date. These things are happening here with the right people, civilized people. That's what we do. Today, some of you out of position, you have made beggar. You live on handout. Because when you were in position, that's how you serve the people. Yes. Yes. Liberia must change. We will revisit our constitution. We will change some things. We will not continue to make people so powerful in this country. We need to set standard. lawmaker for 12, 13, 15 years. You lost the election. Every protest you join inside. And the very thing the people protesting for are things that you got to power with. And that's why we continue to say some of the things that this government came to power. Some of those errors that they exposed the previous government and Liberia needed a change, brought them. But some of these things are still continuing. And the people are watching. They are not sleeping. Never underestimate the voices of people who are silent. The decision of desperate at the ballot boxes. When they get there on that fateful day, they make the decision in silent. And you receive the heat when the decisions are made. We need to pour an end to some of these things. You know you're from Riverside, let the law say you're from Riverside. Once you contested in Riverside as representative or senator, anytime you want contest, you must leave right there and contest. Whether they beat you 5, 10 times, you should be contesting there. Don't say you're from Masorado. Go ask your family people, let them show you your route, where you're from, so you can go there. Because this one, what we say in Liberia, nobody, we can't understand it. So the people feel in one district, they look for one county where they know they can rely on the people. They look for one county that they can rely on the people. They jump there. Oh, you know, my mom from this place, my power from this place. Then at the end of the day, they get elected. And the people will not even come check back and see what the people did or what that person did in serving. When they were serving in the capacity of representative or senator, that you want to have them elected. Because sometimes they go with quick impact project. With the sole intent, it's easier to convince somebody who is in poverty. The man wants to eat. You give the man food, you look like the man, go to the man. The man don't have the chance to come and do any research. And somebody who are here from the towns and villages and counties, who are here attending university or other institutions, and acting like intellectuals, you don't even go back to educate the people. And that's the reason why people gain education. Not to remain the same. But when these people put you in their pockets, you don't have time for your towns and villages any longer. But if you were taking your time to go back and educate the people, how many lawmakers in this country that are the close of each section or break to have the legislative engagement, how many of them go back? Even if they did not put anything on the floor, how many of them go back to explain, oh yes, on the total we received this amount of bills, we pass it into law, and you interpret, you break it down. Tell the people what the law means, what it's intended to do, what the impact it will make in their lives, and all of these things. You having people, you carry people, put it somewhere in the local dialects. Those people in the Liberia country deserve to have each and everything of this country. They are no lesser than us. We are all Liberians. We need a law. Besides the horse standing rule, we need a law in this country, in our constitution, that should restrict lawmakers when it comes to absenteeism. Somehow unannounced. No written communication. One lawmaker with their pockets bad and go for 2-3 months abroad. The leadership of the House of Representatives will have no knowledge of that. Or no written communication. Probably somebody who close to you, colleague, will just tell the person, I'll be traveling, man. not on government function, not on legislative function. You go on your own. There's no record to the secretariat. And at times, the speaker, the majority leader, the minority leader, or the pro tem, the deputy speaker, they would not even care to know and raise this concern. Except sometimes one or two lawmakers will have to raise it. With all written communication, and their salary and benefits will be going as they abroad. If you're going for medical leave, it's simple. It is good because we want to see you healthy. That gives us the right to provide you that courtesy and that leave to go and seek medical attention. Some of you leave this country, you go abroad, you only want social media, you go on your social media handouts and you write one comment. When you should be here to fix it. You're writing. Nobody can see you. There are some countries in the world with all communication, they are penalties. And in the houses, study rules. You know you got it, but how many times will you apply it? But you want the people outside to adhere to almost everything. You don't go to work, but when the policeman stop the car, you say the man obstructing you, contempt. You on your way to section, but you don't have lesson plates. Though they give you lesson plate, you don't have it. And you know under the law, you cannot apply the streets with all the vehicle being properly identified. But no, you will call it man. Go look at the scorecards. You see some of your lawmakers, the number of times they have ever sat in session. You will cry while you stood in the rain and the sun. You will cry. That's why we said that place is now hustle ground. Some of your colleagues over there are doing some very transcendental work and very focused when it comes to representing the people. They're not making them lazy. They may have one or two personal issues, but no, they're working. They know why they are there. They're making some huge mark. But we can't continue to just have a group of lazy set of people in the country just on our shoulder, burden to us, we feed them, school them, we give them almost everything. We will buy you car, pay your driver, pay security, pay your office staffers, fuel the car, give you scratch card, and you got all the benefits. But yet you still can't show anything you're doing for the people. Year in, year out, the county, the district just stay the same. Any development that goes on in the district, it's for you. One school you see, oh, the lawmaker get a school. See one clinic, oh, the lawmaker get a clinic. But you will now go to build something. Love it. Nobody, you don't physically have to put your hands in your pocket. That's what makes you a lawmaker. You understand territory management. You should have the tenacity, the ingenuity to do things. Be proactive. That reactionary tactics, you got nothing. Well, you understand. We know all the tricks from you people. You only want to react to things. You're not proactive. There are sometimes you must use the tail. You see some things that you know about to happen. You get to engage it quickly and get it off. But you're waiting for it to happen before you put people who claim to be intellectual. You put them together. So you're going to defend. So until we can go back and look at our constitution, we must be able to change some things. Too many things have left its usefulness in this country now. Too many things. That's why you see some of our leaders today, because of how our people can conduct themselves. Our presidents in the past and present, we look at the Constitution and evaluate what are the position, attending position, the position, kind of position. Because the people who are supposed to be the gatekeeper, they are just there. They're just there. Look at the laws. The GSC Act of 2014, audit report conducted. They will submit a copy to the legislature and a copy to the president. See the number of audits that are being conducted by the hard-working folks there at GSC. You got chairman on the executive. Now, you getting reports. You should be having a communication sent to the president for the president to act on it. Mr. President, are you know or did you receive the GSU audit report per the law? Maybe the GSU will deliver, will submit the president. It will not have to go and hand deliver. The president got able lieutenant, he got his chief of office staff. The minister of state, the deputy minister, the president has to develop a cabinet, and there are a whole lot of protocol, and there are a whole lot of people. Oh no, I've not received it. Probably it's there, but somebody wants to protect somebody. Because once you submit it, the presidency, how damaging it is, affecting you or affecting some of your close confidants, you don't want to submit it. So almost everybody just feel they can just do their own thing. So we need to get serious in this country and pay people pet what the country will generate. We look at your country financial strength. You ain't representing this country, you senator, okay. We look at your country financial strength. You get serious that the resources in the country will start to work. Development will start to go there. You start to make those who are mining, logging, doing whatsoever there answerable to you or answerable to the people. And when the people start seeing, people say, in Grand Crew, the company that there, that's something the company is doing. Yeah. Some of you in churches, what contribution you can get? You in government, you got the hand, the ability, one contribution. The girls, the young girls in the churches, in the mosques, to go ask you, you got your representative, your senator, your minister, superintendent or director, to go ask you, you want to sleep with them before you get them the scholarship. Some of the young men, you want to sodomize them before you give them the scholarship or the few dollars they want to start their own business with. Even in every country as well. You see? Yo, tune to different stations in the morning. This thing here must stop. This thing should stop. We can't just be paying people for work that they're not doing. We can't. You will get serious, and that you will start asking government now. Why you don't want to be calling people to answer questions? Why they are not paying their land rental fee? Why the taxes and all of the commitment they made to government? Why they are not living up to the corporate social responsibility? Things that they committed themselves that they were going to do, why they are not doing it? But the people will complain. You pretend that you're going to speak for them. You go there. They say, they give you something. You come back and say, we'll finish talking with them in the next 2 weeks. They will be, and that's just the end of the Union Break Power. You're gone. The place stay the same. Tomorrow, some of the companies who are here, when they pack over there and leave, will only be hearing the story. A $1 billion company, but then they have all the built and have strengthened their institution, or they are strengthening the country to come back. The leaders in realms leave death traps for our kids, for our old folks. The roads stay the same. Every day we build a road. Those same roads that you used to go down to the creek, to the stream for water. Where you used to look for the basket to go set. You set in your own trap to catch groundhog, squirrel, and other things. You are fortunate today, blessed by God. You drive on the highway, you see people sitting with it, you buy them. Oh yeah, I want the other radio, I want the other punky pan, I want this one. Today you are deciding what to eat, when to eat. You're making a decision which country you want to travel for vacation. You know, you sit down, you're deciding which country you want to send your kids to go to school. Nobody's saying it's bad. But when you do it, like you have never experienced anything of difficulties or hunger before, but yet the people see you as one of their own. That's just something not wrong. They know that you have seen it, tested, you've been there. So they'll put you there. And you change overnight. So you drink that water. Yeah. And with that mindset, I can tell people, trust me, this country will never get developed. No matter what you see government doing. Because some of the areas that government dedicated, and people who are heading these places will be more concerned about themselves. And they will not maintain those places. Those places will be unkept. You will be surprised that you were there yesterday to observe or watch a dedicatory ceremony. And today, few years back, you went by, you will see that you'll be wondering as to whether people ever worked over there before or that place ever had heads. You see? Let's have our law reform. You can't be jumping all over the place. You jump from here, you represent it. Look, resign. Let it be on the book. Resign, or we stick to the issue of domicile. That if you say you're here, you won't contest for position in another district, in another county, and you represent it in ambassador, then you won't contest for representative seat. After 2 terms, you notice that the people, or if you didn't hearing the details that the people are about, the people would not re-elect you. Then you start looking at other places to go. Let's say you must be resident of that area or that district permanently for 5 or 6, 7 years. Would mean that you get out of and sleep there, but that's your permanent home. With a limitation that you cannot live outside that place for a certain period. Won't tell you, you say, oh yeah, payment. We are not saying the issue of going for weekend. That's where you reside. Whether you work here, you can spend 1 day, but people should know that the place you live. Or we don't even put that there. Stick to where you're being elected and continue to run there. Develop that area. You're developing yourselves and not developing the country. Nobody bring money to this country to develop, but don't even dream. Nobody takes the country money and say, I'm going to develop Liberia. If you ever had that dream, wake up and smell the coffee. Look at our schools. You're in the district. Some of you, the towns and villages in front, you have never taken your children there before. Never. You only explain story to them. And that, you see, that's why they distinguish the Nigerian and the Ghanaian from us. Those people, no matter where they will have their children, which country, they both it. A lot of them takes their children back home to start to learn those languages, the local dialects, understanding the culture and tradition. You see? Even some of the folks here, our foreign nationals here, that are having children by our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, they are taking the kids back. They carry them back to understand the culture and tradition. You ready? So, unity. Oh, unity. That I gotta think of being unity in the country. You hating somebody high. You're going up. You take your phones. You buy one button phone and take it along. When they're there in the morning or in the evening, the people can't speak to them. Then they get the button phone in their hand and they're looking at somebody. See somebody their phone that may be much better than them. But yeah, you know, with something internet, look at the kind of phones that you're using. You see me who the be man, look at the phone. But you get more than 3, 4, 5 phones. You get 2 person walking behind you holding 2. You still get 2 in your hands. And all of these things. If we are having laws on the book to restrict people and setting and be clear how people should function and failure to function, yes. Some of these things are there. But the very people who go on to elect these people don't even know that these things exist. That you people who can elect these people, you got the same power to have them removed. You can have them removed with their colleagues. But you know why? You know why they can do it? They always walk without fear. When we start the other thing, you know, when we pinch any one of our colleagues, maybe a city will happen to us. So why you got it in the law? Why you put these things per law? And you far from implementing it. And all of these things are happening. We need to look at these things. Like we said before, like the newly designated Associate Justice Weekie Kane have stated that we need to rewrite the 1986 Constitution and other laws in Liberia. According to him, the current framework is outdated and no longer reflects the country evolving governance needs. Because some people they realize that on the Constitution and you can't deny them, that's true. But so many laws no longer got any positive impact in the lives of the people. People are hiding behind some of them. They put themselves in a position that will go on to just protect them, you know. And all of these things. Because will be you work at the will and pleasure of the president. Entire country. How can we have one country that you couldn't gotta work you work for the satisfaction of the president and not the people? You know? You got a huge power, we just give it to the president, that's it. Nobody questions the president for appointing and dismissing you. Nobody. The president wakes up in the morning, he's out to appoint you. The president decides to dismiss you, even if he appoint you in the morning, and even he take you from there. The former Solicitor General Serena Silva, Charles appointed him press secretary in the morning, in the evening they took him from there. The shortest press secretary in the history of Liberia. You know? And all of these things. 10 new positions, we see people in it. We close our eyes so we just do what we want to do with it. And the people who are supposed to question cannot question because they themselves, they are the chief architects of those things. Yeah. Let's have it on the book. We will pay you as a lawmaker from the counties based on the resources in our county and the impact, how much money being generated from it to the support to national budget and local government as well. So send all the resources there. You just sitting and watching the people extracting it, illegal money activity, all of these things. We have reached a point. Third area about the other company worth the investment cost 1.8 billion, 3.4 billion. Then you can see it in the people know. When it is not reflected in the people, we pay you for the money that will be generated from there. We can pay everybody just the same, and everybody not doing the same work. Because people who are from project down there for years. Look at the member breed wore her Cali uniform. Like they were having homecoming over there. She wore her Cali uniform with a bow. And went to the session, the president Magdalena, I said, no, she go. What kind of Mickey Mouse play is that? That play where they play, what people go play? Don't make already, you walk out the club, put bear, say you go for a cow home with and cow tea. Yeah. Few years back, I think I forgot the senator, like, took breeze on your hand, say you thought our energy drink. What kind of play is that? You know alcohol in nothing? You have not drank energy drink for? Somebody told Hattie we said in the front face. The current protest. She told the Hattie, she told the tea we said at Joseph. Yeah, you get very be keeping your money on get it up. You lie too much. Broken promises. When you want to power, you can crawl. Even someone else I said, Ben, I'm coming here, you'll be waiting for me to conquer. But when you get there, a different ball game. Literally, I know lawmakers in the place that currently serving and in the past that will even to the extent lie down and walk on their head. Even some of the dirty water that they pour on some people say they were baptizing it or making it low holy. Even I'm taking chimon, but I wonder with some people they say yeah, that's true. Anything you say, my son. Some years back, the Congolese parliament, they expelled some of their colleagues. You know for what? For absenteeism. You can't be absent with other excuse. You get up, you just 3 months, 2 months. You're sick, no written communication. You have not gone to represent the country. You go for your private visit. You go and just relax, enjoy yourself. Your money just hitting your account. Your chief of office start receiving your gas coupon, your fuel. You come back, you go to the bank, you get it out, enjoy yourself. You see? So when we go back and review and rewrite our constitution, we know. Look at the thing. Up to this time, we get money, and that power, we know that we're violating the constitution. If you look at Article 56B of the Constitution, it says there shall be elections of paramount townships by the registered voter in their respective localities to serve for a term of 6 years. They may be re-elected and be removed only by the president for proving misconduct. The legislature shall enact law to provide for their qualification as may be required. We have a general election. What the money was to say no money, no money. That's the ballot paper we can put it there. What's the issue of no money now? So why are we still violating anything? Why do we have money? We can find money for all of these things. Because some of the people putting on because once the president, once the people start to elect, they will not be rejecting the appointment from the president. That's why you see some of the appointments or the years in our country, people rejected him. You got that power, and now the people you're going to work with. But Article 56 of the 1986 Constitution telling us that we should have election. So why when we're having general president election, why we can put representative there? We put president there. We put senator there. Why we can put that? They put it there. They put it there. Let the people, let them go campaign. Let the people that in the towns and villages elect their own paramount or clan chiefs. That nobody will say, oh, that the president appointed them. That you made your decision. Just you see the electors can cry. You can't go to the president. The president will tell you them American vote for them, man. All of those who were there are the folks who elected these people. We got money, but we get money for a whole lot of unnecessary by-election. What's the sense in that thing? You senator, you represent, look at what happened what been happening in Liberia, and look at the one that happened recently in Lima County. We're about to go for another by-election, but we got money for that. So that to make a shield loan, I want way up to provide a civil education. That's why we get our just all. The same voter that go in the register, that all of those names, all of those candidates will be on the sheets where applicable. So if in Moria or in Masovalio, the towns and villages where we get paramount chief, the people will vote there. Yeah, we will go. They will tell us every year, after every 10 years, we should conduct census. We'll pass. We even care. We'll be passing by it and say it is not constitutional. Then when we finish conducting census to do the demarcation again, we will leave it, stay high election and no demarcation. Folks, shortly I will go to the line this morning and talk to you this morning on these things that we are talking about. Yeah. You say all cabinet, Article 56A, all cabinet minister, deputy minister, assistant cabinet minister, ambassador, minister, consuls, superintendents of counties and other government officials, both military and civilian, appointed by the president pursuant to this constitution shall hold their offices at the pleasure of the president. Look at that. Shall hold all cabinet ministers, deputy and assistant cabinet minister, ambassadors, ministers or consuls, superintendents, accountants, and other government officials, both military and civilian, appointed by the president pursuant to this constitution shall hold their offices at the pleasure of the president. That's why you see the people didn't care about that. The people not serving one person. So when they think about you, just be happy for the person that will think about you. Because as far as concerned, are one man. We wrote our constitution, we changed our constitution for a certain group of people at a certain time and thought they were going to be around forever. That do there. Military man, coup. That's the reason why it's not like junta. That's why everybody be talking about Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso. I'm not part of that. The only reason sometimes we mention these things because at a young age to see what he's doing, but trust me, he's still a junta. And he gradually creeping and changing some things. It was the same with the PRC. They didn't want to write it here. They collected a group of our people, some of them stay around. Like the constitution here. That's the constitution. And we are here and copy. We don't know when we will ever see some of these things. But every day, yeah. Some of the folks, with all government jobs, they can never survive so easily. So, even in the small children, just decide to put it together. And then today they go in demonstrate. You get a chance to jump between the children, they'll jump between the children. Somebody even K2 students. The K2 students they get ready, they say they go to demonstrate, they go sing for the mansion. You will see one former lawmaker standing at motor children. Only because he wants or she wants to get to power. You even able to open one business to run. You never ever managed a willow market before. Some of your folks are going back, giving back to society. You see so many lawmakers in the borough that got defeated in previous election. They learned a lesson the hard way. Somebody after they got defeated. Yeah, I know y'all cost me. I already know people cost me, but y'all can go ahead. You know, some of the lawmakers, some of the ministers, as soon as they got removed from the position or they did not get re-elected, at the end of the day, when they were removed by the people who felt that they did not do anything good and was never proper to have them re-elected, they had them out. They put them out, they gave them the marching order. After a few weeks, some of them privately called some of the tailors, bring your machine to my house to reduce all of my clothes. Because the morphology started to change. The heavy suit, Makisa suit, the purple suit, start reducing it. All of these things. But we'll shortly go to the line this morning on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm listening to you quietly. It's important that I agree with the Honorable that our laws need to be amended or changed to conform to present day reality. And it's been so wasteful on us. I was asking the question last time, why are we having 103 lawmakers? Those say 2 houses. You get House of Representatives, you get Senate. We're spending more than 64 million plus or less on them. Why? Why can't we join the 2 houses? We make them 1. Because bills come from here, bills go so, bills come so. We buy cars for all the people there. Why we make them 1? We want to copy almost everything from America, but we're able to do what we want to do. And we'll save money. Imagine if we can pay all the senators today. We pay them off. If I tell them not give them, next year we'll have to tell them not reserving the budget that will go for education or health. Because we're not happening again. They be 1. When they discuss matter 1. All them go to 1 horse. But we divide people who complain, we spend money on them 50,000, 45,000. Every 3 years, I car for the people. Why was it wasteful? It will hide them, but it will be good for the country. If we can save 3 million, 30 million, it will help us. That we never have to pay 30 million to them, we never have to pay 3 year cars. No. But we just create means, and like you said, the dual era and the folks thought that they will be in power forever. So the main laws I would assume them. Why you must say work at the will and pleasure of the president? Are they working for Liberians? They working for the president? Who made the president? That's the Liberian making. Then he should be the sole owner of all the people. They must work at his will. That's a gift. To think about personal reality. It's a gift. Yeah. We know change or amend a lot, and there are so many of the laws that are on the book that are correct and are even working. We need to make all of them live. We are behaving, I just say we pretend to ourselves and we don't know what's going on. Then we complain. Look at that man. You serve a representative for more than a decade. Then today you protesting. What you did? 10 years or 12 years I play? You still looking at Zobo? What's that? And these lawmakers are lie too much. We need to hide them. And it is my prayer. I'm proposing this. It's my prayer that before the Joseph Yumapaka government end, let us make that horse 1 horse. Make them 1 horse. We got 2 useless people. We got 4 or 5 useless people in the country just living on our expense and doing nothing. They want to do nothing for us. We get them Babi Solo or all the riot. Get them 2,000-3,000. They didn't work for 11 people. That's why you go retire. You go work for the people.
Just look at it. You see this? The president and the vice president shall receive salaries, which Article 60, the president and the vice president shall receive salaries, which shall be determined by the legislature and be paid by the Republic Such salaries shall be subject to taxes as defined by law and shall neither be increased nor diminished during the period for which the president and the vice president shall have served or be elected. But we still see some of these things on the way around.
Yeah.
The only thing we get from it though, they allotted that kind of money to the president of it. We understand those things about people. We need to be looking at it too. What are people having oversight and actually looking at these things and seeing it? Is it because you just write it in, you put it out? Who's checking it? Who's making sure that these things are here too? That if you say the president, his salary, won't say anything that $5 should be $5.
Yeah.
What happened? Because now, who knows? You don't get rid of a budget here when you'll be looking for what in it for you people.
Yeah. Ambassador, we deserve to be poor. Because we are poor in thinking. We are poor in thinking. We waste our resources on like everything we don't know. Look at the man who came yesterday, the president for the African Development Bank at Ghana. The man saying resources of the country should not enter in the pockets of public officials who are to serve. They didn't know about it. They know. He didn't Prime Minister know. He didn't Agriculture Minister know. He knows. He didn't Lawmaker don't know. They know.
Look at the poor. Who do we want to compare him with? America. Jet Martin. America, the law there is the law. What are you, president? You can face the law. You can be prosecuted.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But like brother say immunity.
yeah. Look at the kind of thing. Article 61. The president shall be immune from any suit. You can sue the president. Actions or proceeding, judicial or otherwise, and from arrest, detention, or other action on account for any act done by him, president, or by him while president of Liberia, pursuant to any provision of this constitution or any law of the republic. The president shall not, however, be immune from prosecution upon removal from office for the commission of any criminal act done with the president. Now, they part of it, we able to exercise all our president, all the things we say verbally, the political leader. Who now goes sue man and Ellen Johnson said, who are going to sue former
But they
president?
told the woman, the TRC told her that she might not even get involved in politics, public office.
For 30 years.
Who listen to it?
Now, so look at the one now. That the constitution telling you to do the well, but if you go now, you say, somebody when the sue president, we are going to call him.
No.
You will say it's politically motivated. We want to say something political, be honest, but like that, there's a backing. The law has a backing. Just when people do the wrong thing, when you want to tell them that the constitution, when they make job for you to go wrong somewhere, after failure, when he runs to the other district, they come to the contest, then you hear that the man read, no, the constitution forbade the man to do that, but there. But if you go down and say, while serving some of the things you did, we sue you for it, people will run the street and start protesting. Like people, I'm tired teaching.
Yeah, the president in America, they cannot court. He committed crime.
But even calling Donald Trump as a sitting president, you know that
He's still facing the law. The former president is
for protecting one of his long-time friend who died now, but the other day used to be having the fan ball team.
Yeah.
And
Look at what it said. For keeping classified document in a garage, they call the president to poke.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Even Donald Trump, his own influence was very into, because there were documents after the president that you have turned over, he still had it in his possession.
Yeah.
And that's why he's in America.
The last time Secret said what that be Obama for driving? They said don't drive. You go get in car.
It's the law that
the law.
There. That's why they have 10 things to tell you former president of America can do, because you stay in. That's why.
But like
you don't purchase a new phone or a laptop with all the FBI or the Secret Service in the know, because you stay in possession of classified.
You want a phone, you tell will get your phone.
And that's why they make sure that things you have when you in Washington, they got a house there, but it end with bridge. But it's there for ex-president. When you visiting, that's where you sleep. Because
but
as far as concerned, you don't go to sleep anywhere.
You
just don't go to sleep.
The president can sleep anywhere.
As president, the people already know that you've been in charge of classified and certified document of the country, so they don't make you vulnerable. That's when you see what they do here.
Even one president, who all we know she talking to? Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. You want to be like people, you can read on the people.
We should pretend.
Oh, they, America, some of the things I want to explain, Jean Liberia, America. Some of you will start running from here.
We should pretend to ourselves. Before your tenure end, Lord made our horse, one horse. And we pay all of them, and I 10 million for all of them. Let me for all of them. He won't be lawmaker. You pay lawmaker here, buying car here.
0775 919 919 080.
Then one Tom taking how he run so, and run for them, go so. I think nobody leaving. Where you come from?
Let's talk to other callers.
So that we pretend to ourselves.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brooks. How you doing this morning?
Well, can't complain over here.
Thank you. I'm Joseph Fremont. I joined you from Broadway this morning. You know, this is sad for our country. Rich country, poor people. We continue to say this. Lawmakers, they are some of the problem to this country. Because they have the right, they have the power to summon even the president. Because power is inherent in the people, which of course Article 1, and that power is inherent in us as the people, and we are the one that elected them. And they not even go there to think that we elected them. They wanted to make law that will commensurate our life in the country. They wanted to represent us. They went there for oversight. But at the end of the day, on the contrary, they don't do it. They go own right.
Okay, let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, yes, good morning, Tina and Brooks, Nathaniel Brooks. Yeah, Weekie Brooks, brother.
Go ahead.
This is Winston and I join you from Dubo Road. Thank you for the show this morning. I'm really impressed this morning upon hearing from you guys. You're always knocking the nail on the head. You know, some of the representatives, they have completely abandoned their district and they are only here to get their own personal aggrandizement. Leaving that with the issue of tenure position, it is clear that there should be an amendment in the Constitution that tenure position should be voted upon, you know, to circumvent the president having total control over these people. Because if they are elected by their people, they take the blame. They take the blame whatsoever they go. Yes, indeed, we elected you, so whatsoever you do, it is our concern because we know that you have the ability to serve us.
Yeah.
But if that portion is not amended, or there should be total overhaul in the Constitution, the other people are suggesting, some legal people are suggesting that there should be a total overhaul in the Constitution. Absolute right given to the president. You know, it should be.
Yeah.
Am I live?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. In conclusion, we want to applaud the president in the direction of taking control totally over those people that he intimidate the electorates. Because if you are in bed with the president, that is anything the president says, that's what you do. You know, people feel intimidated to query you. So if it is elected position, you know, people will take their own blame and they will know exactly what you have to offer your community. But fellow lawmakers who are a panel that this way, they should have it on file that in time to come, they will pay for it. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you. So we have to be more audible. Everybody listening to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah. If I dropped the line, my phone went off.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Joseph Fremont. You know, in order for short, Daddy Bros, we need to visit the Constitution, that 1986 Constitution. It is only for the people who made it.
But that Constitution, that's how we refer to you.
To us. Now, you know what it means for somebody to live as senator for 9 years? 9 years, 2, 10, and 18 years. That mature baby right there. That baby is no longer baby. On a serious note, you come and say somebody could go 6 years, and look at someone go 12 years. Look at their physical condition today. They are selling property, they're selling vehicle, They selling property today. They couldn't redeem even the house that they built to even pay it. They're not able. So when you using our resources that are uselessly, then you look at us people tomorrow, we come back, we re-elect them. For what? We need to visit the Constitution. On a serious note, we need to visit. The people does not deserve 9 years. They does not deserve 6 years. Trust me. America is about 4 years. Every 4 years they go to election. Then you get 9 years, 6 years. Then you doing nothing, and the resources wasting. Should you come and take it? Look at George Weah, you know. Clark Weah that went to the mining year. They make in the country with $160 US in bank account. He went back with millions of dollars in Jamaica.
Okay, all right. That's an allegation. We'll try to verify that. Like for instance, in America, the reason he's using Donald Trump got re-elected or he contested is because Donald Trump, after his first term, he was not re-elected. But for years, the America pulled hold to that thing. Once you serve 2 terms, no more in your life you can go contest for presidency. No more. You over with presidency.
You're winning the country.
You over with it. So if in 8 years, if you could not look at the Canadian, we keep on people. How can somebody say 12 years president? Then you still go 18. How can you test somebody to that level? 6 years president you understand? 12 years. Then still come and ask you, but you still see anything, all you see that the thing what the president, the party said, yeah. Good morning.
Painesville, and my name is Gladden Seliko. Weekie and I thank you for the issue you flagged this morning. The question is, who takes you serious when you don't care for yourself? And church is the representative and senators that we elect. Our decision, look at our decision makers. Look, which good country, Weekie, which good country that will allow their leaders, or we allow foreigners to just enter their place and that foreigner hide them into their pocket. Unlike Liberia, that's what we see. And so when we are crying consensus agreement over the years, and you got companies, you got people in the butchers doing what they're supposed to do, and it's not impacting our life. It's just from there. It is just from there. And you see, and at the end of the day, you said it well, when they are out of power, see what can happen. They start reducing their pursuit. It's serious. And so we need to look at it, and we need to get the government feet to the fire. Let President Weekie act now and forever, so that people will see the president and do something right. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Ambassador Bruce and Ambassador Bar.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. I call on District 6. My name is Lawson. I got things advice just wisdom. Now, let me say thanks for the hard truth this morning. Well, the reason why our leaders are in a kind of foreign manner, sometimes it comes from really electric. How can Somali be contesting way in Brussels country? And then they come in Montserrat and talk everyone of us and then to go there and elect that person and put the people on aside actual property. You see the issue of the district 2 in Montserrat, the state city guard. See the kind of foreign money treating the people in Montserrat there. So you see, so with the election we have to change our mindset because the people brought into power and the end in a district there is nothing. In a district we go ourselves there is nothing tangible that they even show to the people in the district. When they're right after you're telling you, you try to go in another country and go in for.
Let me tell you something. The simple answer to those things is just like this. The reason why you see these things happening, it just got one major factor: poverty. Poverty. That's the reason why most of our folks who get elected to this position, when you see them campaigning, they campaign on the basis of lifting people out of poverty. And who wants to hear that you will remain suffering? Everyone wants to hear a good thing. So they will make sure that they want to see the people in a condition that you look at God that coming or Jesus Christ to redeem them. But if That's the problem. Poverty, illiteracy keep us where we are today because that's how the people want to see us. Except for a few who want to empower other people, but most of the guys, they fear that the only means they can acquire wealth because once the people keep elected in on the basis of I will change your life, change your life, change your life. You know, if you have companies, you're able to attract direct foreign investment, and people are working. The place develop the infrastructure wide, the local government strengthen, the local economy well strengthened. People going to the bank, taking loans, developing things, you know, those were other things. Look, who want you ought to look at somebody who working and say, can you bombing? You ought to look at somebody who got a serious work to do in the morning. You know, in the Liberia, boss and carry that graduate for you because you want to run. Yeah. Nobody fool. Yeah. Nobody. Yeah. So the only reason why these things are happening, it's happening because of poverty and illiteracy. That's why we keep educating the people now. We have taken this fight since a couple of years and trying to reduce now. So some of y'all need to join us. You don't just sit to insult us.
Like in Barcelona, look at the lawmakers saying that they join say no to drug protests.
That's not easy to join.
The lawmaker,
you pass drugs law. No, but you pass drugs law. You pass drugs law. You're not following the implementation. You are not having the oversight. Then you join people when they go to Moscow. What sense that make? But that deception.
The LDA crying. They will amend their salary. They are supposed to volunteer fighting drugs. Then you dare. You don't empower the people. Then you say.
Then the president says she support it. You dare. You pass the law non-biddable. What actions?
They oversight. What happened again in Barcelona? They wearing t-shirts say we are all victim. I'm a victim. You are smoking drugs before. What sort of mob is this?
No, maybe you know people get ready to get from out. But listen,
they are in a position to help the situation.
That's why we need to revisit our 1986. You know, because they jumped out when they took over. They went, they vote. But constitution interfere with the collected some people.
It was logically that former president peace be to the ashes, right? A human being. That he also amend constitution.
Yeah.
Do I make you the power?
And I pray I'm going to share, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be posting on here. We're not serious.
Your life.
We're not be serious in the country.
Yeah, there you work a bit of why.
You have to oil.
Yeah. No, I lost my phone. They stole my phone.
The same thing we're talking here. They put it in the left foot in the go ahead.
Yeah, they stole it on the road. I was in the charger. They took the phone away.
Carry the phone.
I think I get in the room here in the morning laughing. All the things talking, I carry my son in the barrel laughing. I said, we go give us the money again. All the things saying are true. Now, true is saying that. So, you know, you're educating the people. If they don't want to learn from you, fine. But I just got this money to tell them that they should learn from you. And they should come and pay you for teaching, and they should get there. So you're teaching in a station. That is true, you're saying. That's what I want to say. Thank you so much. Please communicate your numbers. I got to get to you.
Okay. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. I'm King MP now calling from UA side Rocky Highway.
Chicken, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. And I'm the silent listener president. Thank you for
I like that.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the discussion. You see, my brother, we blame the election. We continue to see this. People don't vote for integrity. People don't vote on character matters. Because you man that this person is your uncle, so you voted. And one thing that will stop it is when we sign an MOU between the lawmakers before you become elected, there should be a bill that will be signed. So they need to pass that bill that anything contrary to what you are doing, that you are not doing it, you should be impeached. So if that bill is passed, you'll see the government will try to scrutinize themselves and will be very much careful in how they handle our national issues. Not to play fool at us, taking our resources, as the legislator said. This thing is like a slap in the face of we Liberians. So we need to stop voting on people based on family issues, based on liberties and whatsoever. If only with all of ourselves, we can help to move this nation forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well for listening. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Bruce, Mr. Natl.
Good morning.
There's Max calling from the GSA Road. Yeah, thank you so much this morning for a good discussion. My brothers, the only protest that will yield fruit in this country is the one against the national legislature, honestly speaking. And that's the only protest I'm willing to be part of. Gentlemen, let's be very, very realistic. Our problems in this country is our house, honestly speaking. Look, guys, you're getting money for nothing. You're not seeing what they're doing with what they're getting as money from taxpayer money. How can you buy or man 2 cars in 6 years' time? Brand new cars. For what reason? The man taking a lot of money already. Well, you can't use that money to buy a car, or buy a scratch car, or buy a gasoline. But government is obliged again to do all of the things for him. Are they the only ones in this country? Are they the only Liberians? The other people are sacrificing on a daily basis. And they are struggling, they are suffering. To make ends meet is not easy. So if we continue on the path, Liberia will not lead this quack man we are into. So that we have to rise up as a population. You know what I mean? And go on the rampage and call for a reform of that house. Drop everything they are receiving. How can our senators, representatives, receive money more than America? What's that? What's that? Gentlemen, I'm calling on this morning on all Liberians. There are among forces against that house. That's the only way what is happening will stop. Only than that will remain in it. Thank you this morning.
Thank you. At 9 o'clock we'll go for our Central Bank message. But let me just educate the people in this country to a little bit. Nobody should think that we don't have a law that to remove lawmakers. I will come back, I will educate the people. Yes, some of you today, I will teach you people free. So don't be saying that you're thinking that those people can be removed. They can be removed. Yeah. I will tell you some of the things that they can remove there, and a lot of their indoor acts. Their money, they come. Someone will resign. I finished reading the thing today. Yeah. Someone they will resign. Tell you about that. Eh? And I really want to see this. Liberians are proposing to this president. We want to see a one house. We want to see a rewriting of our constitution or amendments of our laws. Let it conform to present day reality. Eh? Because there's a whole lot that have changed since 1986. A whole lot have changed. And it will depend on the old order to govern this country. We will remain like this. Because every time we make an effort, there will be some blockade. Especially our house. Look at what I'm seeing. They say a lawmaker saying that they're joining protests. I think I didn't want to protest against. They are the ones to strengthen the laws of this country. To make sure, have they ever proposed that they want increase DA salary, police salary? Have they ever proposed that? Eh? You having an institution fighting drugs with a whole lot of volunteers. How possible is that? Then you want to achieve? Then the lawmakers sitting there and saying they support this? When some of them are even the cause of drugs in this country? That is serious. By the time you put up an impeachment, for anyone they say no, it can't happen. We can't let Uncle go. It will happen. It may happen to us here. We shall give a bunch of people free money in this country. They live good life. Then the rest of the population, they die in poverty. We'll take our break here and go for the women empowerment message from the Bishop of Gender and the World Bank this morning. It's Liberia really need to rethink. This country really need to rethink. If we think we'll still leave the old order and develop this country, we won't. We won't. Because there are a lot of issues that don't conform to the present reality. Let's take this break here. Go for our the women empowerment message here this morning.
My people, I know you're already hear the good news, and then so protection project the good news. My people, I know you're already hear the good news, and then so
what kind of good news, Balipa?
The good news about the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection project called the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, or LWEP, is here to help 267,200 people.
Oh yes!
Out of the 267,200 people that the project will reach, they will help 36,000 women with small money for themselves. Whoa! The main idea there is to make sure that women and girls always have money on them, so they can be able to help themselves, so they can be able to help their men or their husband, their family, and their community.
Yes, it makes sense because you can only give when you have.
That's true, but the project you're talking about, what kind of county there in?
The project in 6 counties: Bomi, Riverside, Grand Jide, Monserrado, Bapodu, and Grand Cape Mount counties.
Okay.
And it going on in 498 different communities in those counties.
So how they better doing the project now?
The project in 5 different ways. Number 1 is changing mindset or norms.
Tell us about that one.
Good. For example, men beating a woman not supposed to go to school. There's a woman that can say, if he not beat me, he not love me. That kind of thing. That is they want us to change.
Yeah. Because no man supposed to beat their woman.
Yeah.
Then men should make sure women go to school. And no woman must say, if he not beat me, he not like me.
Yeah.
No woman must think like that. Say, it's not correct.
It's not correct.
Then what about the second part?
The second part of the project is about the health recording.
But what did the data people then not do?
How they should help women and girls who may do wrong thing to.
You mean the way the data people will take care of us when men take advantage over us in it?
Yes. On top of that, they even going to help schools to open health clubs so girls can be able to talk the things that matter to them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about part 3 now?
Part 3 is where the project will give some money to help different women and girls groups like village saving groups, farming groups, livelihood groups, people who get their late table marketing, and people who not fit to take who cannot they set. The quick people call them marginalized group. And like people who get war group and things like that. All of them, they will benefit.
Me, I will look around in my community.
Yeah, Osia. I myself will find them and be a part of them too.
Yeah, you mean? Because women will not leave men behind. Here we go.
Because you know what? The project will reach 30% men and 70% women.
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah.
You mean I will tell plenty other women and girls so they can join the project.
That's the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, where women are helped so they can always have money in their beds.
Then, Baleba, what the other part of the project will do?
This other part of the project is where the project will give helping hand to the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection System.
How?
In ways that the ministry will have records on gender-based violence cases. Then they will also have record on the different treatment or services for women and girls who some men will do bad things to.
Okay.
Then it will also help the Ministry of Agriculture to know how many women making farm, how many men making farm, where they making their farm.
Wow.
What kind of farm they making, where low land farm air, where up land farm air, all that one there.
Yeah.
Yo, what they planting, what county they having their farm in.
Fine idea.
Check all that one. Yo. To make sure that all the things are happy. The government put plenty different groups together. Like Keep Liberia, Cattle Release Services, CRS, Action Aid, Forest Community Initiative, FCR, Defense for Children International, DCR, Plan International.
So they can work with the people in the community then.
Yes. And you know something? The way they plenty groups together, one group just have to be in front of all the other groups so the project can go on.
So now what kind of group they have?
Plan International.
Plan International. They in front of the other group then, but the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection Project. And so?
Yes.
So your will. How about part part 5 of the project now.
Part 5 of the project is where the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has a project management unit that the people then who will be watching the project could know.
Yeah.
They will monitor the project, they will keep track of the project, and they will evaluate the project so the project can go on the correct way.
Whoa! Who take the 6,000 women to benefit from 80 million? Ha! That's small thing.
And Dana Osia, Balepa says the Liberia Women Empowerment Project will reach 267,200 people in 5 years.
Yes! And the project is in 6 counties. Bomi, Monsorado, Babolu, Rewoses, Quenchida, and Quenchima County.
Working in 498 communities.
Yes. Now, the way the project going on, you can call 44TDTD to tell the people how you feel about the project. Whether it's going on the correct way, whether it's not going on the correct way, call 44TDTD so the people can know how you feel about the project.
My people, find the Liberia Women Empowerment Project right in your community and
join them. This message is from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection with support from the World Bank.
My people, I know you already hear the good news, and so
what kind of good news, Balepa?
The good news about the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection project called the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, or LWEP, is here to help 267,200 people.
Oh yeah!
Out of the 267,200 people that the project will reach, they will help 36,000 women with small money for themselves.
Whoa! Sulu, Sulu,
The main idea there is to make sure that women and girls always have money on them so they can be able to help themselves, so they can be able to help their men or their husband, their family, and their community.
Yes, it makes sense because you can only give when you have.
That's true, but Balepa, the project you're talking about, that what kind of county there in?
The project in 6 counties. For me, Rivers, Grand Jide, Monsorado, Babolu, and Grand Cape Mount counties.
Okay.
And it going on in 498 different communities in those counties.
Chee, so how they ready to win the project now?
The project, yeah, in 5 different ways. Number 1 is changing mindset or norms.
Tell us about that one.
Good. For example, men beating a woman not supposed to go to school. There's a woman that can say, if he not be me, he not love me. That kind of thing. That is they want us to change.
Yeah. Because no man supposed to beat their woman.
Yeah.
Then men should make sure women go to school. And no woman must say, if he not be me, he not like me.
Yeah.
No woman must think like that. Say, it's not correct.
It's not correct.
Then what about the second part?
The second part of the project is about the health recording.
But what did the data people then not do?
How they should help women and girls who may do wrong thing to.
You mean the way the tattoo people will take care of us when men take advantage over us in it?
Yes! On top of that, they're even going to help schools to open health clubs so girls can be able to talk the things that matter to them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about part 3 now?
Part 3 is where the project will give some money to help different women and girls groups like village saving groups, family groups, livelihood groups, people who get their late table marketing, and people who not fit to take who cannot they set. The quick people call them marginalized group. And like people who get war group and things like that. All of them, they will benefit too.
Me, I will look around in my community.
Yeah, Osia. I myself will find them and be a part of them too.
Yeah, you mean? Because women will not leave men behind. Here we go.
Because you know what? The project will reach 30% men and 70% women.
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah.
You mean I will tell plenty other women and girls so they can join the project.
That's the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, where women are helped so they can always have money in their beds.
Then, Balepa, what the other part of the project will do?
This other part of the project is where the project will give help helping hand to the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection success.
How?
In ways that the ministry will have records on gender-based violence cases. Then they will also have record on the different treatment or services for women and girls who some men will do bad things to.
Okay.
Then it will also help the Ministry of Agriculture to know how many women making farm, how many men making farm, where they making their farm.
Wow.
What kind of farm they making, where low land farm air, where up land farm air, all that one there.
Yeah.
Yo, what they planting, what county they having the farm in.
Fine idea.
Yeah, all that one. Yo. To make sure that all the things are happy, the government put plenty different groups together. Like keep Liberia, Catholic Relief Services, CRS, Action Aid, Forest Community Initiative, FCR, Defense for Children International, DCR, Plan International.
So they can work with the people in the community then.
Yes! And you know something? The way they plenty group together, one group just have to be in front of all the other groups so the project can go on.
So now what kind of group they have?
Plan International.
Plan International. They in front of the other group then, but the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection Project. And so?
Yes!
So your will, how about part 5 of the project now?
Part 5 of the project is where the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has a project management unit that the people then who will be watching the project could know.
Yeah.
They will monitor the project, they will keep track of the project, and they will evaluate the project so the project can go on the correct way.
Whoa! Who 36,000 women to benefit from 80 million? Ha! That's small thing.
And Dana Osia, Balekba says the Liberia Women Empowerment Project will reach 267,200 people in 5 years.
Yes! And the project is in 6 counties. Pony, Mosorado, Bapolu, Rewoses, Quenchida, and Quenchima County.
Working in 498 communities.
Yes. Now, the way the project going on, you can call 44TDTD to tell the people how you feel about the project. Whether it's going on the correct way, whether it's not going on the correct way, call 44TDTD so the people can know how you feel about the project.
My people, find the Liberia Women Empowerment Project right in your community and
join them. This message is from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection with support from the World Bank.
The message there from the World Bank, from Central Bank for the government of Liberia with support from the World Bank. So, folks, welcome back this morning. We'll talk about this thing. You know, want Liberian people to understand from there, I'll be talking about education, which is very key, and we'll be talking about some of the schools and facility and all of these things. So, but let's go back to this thing. Many a times, Liberia, let me educate you. Many a times, the electorates, a lot of you don't even know that lawmakers, senator or representative can be removed. Don't let nobody lie to you that because sometimes you see some of the wrong, some of the things these people can do. 9 years, sometimes you just sit there and say, we'll wait. After 9 years, after 6 years, you people can be removed within that period before even reaching that 9 years, 6 years. They are not protected to the level that they can be removed. They can be removed. They don't tell you these things. Let me tell you today. You will follow Liberia. The constitutional framework and how these things work to have these lawmakers removed, whether the senator, both representative and senator, the primary government. But it's primarily governed by the 1986 Constitution and the standing rules of the legislature. You can remove them. That's why the Constitution establishes the legislative structure, Senate, House of Representatives, and the process in enacting laws, including how members can be removed. There are specific grounds, counts for removal, and there are procedures and details that must be followed. Look at the Constitution. We got separation of power, right? Now, when you come here, grounds for removing lawmakers grounds, and some of you now will just get a picture, you will know today that you have seen them violating it on so many occasions. But they blind you to make it look like when they're in a position, you ain't able to move them from there. You can move them from there. These things are happening in other countries. And if you come me to teach you anything 1 month to open your eyes to it, you will start to know how to get people removed. Now, grounds of removal. The Constitution and the legislature standing rules outline specific grounds for removing a member of the legislature. And some of the things to have them removed include misconduct, serious violation of code of conduct or ethical standards. You don't have somebody that can behave. Misconduct, they present them the way they behave, even in the open, in the public. They don't respect the issue of the code of conduct. Now, incapacity, meaning physical or mental incapacity that prevents them from fulfilling the duties. We don't even test the people mental well-being, because some of the way people present and say the eyes, so now you wonder whether this person is normal. You know, you look at some of the physical well-being, they're not healthy enough, but we have them elected. Then they talk about what I spoke about earlier on, absenteeism, meaning to be absent, prolonged and unexcused absent for legislative sessions. It will bad. That one thing it can remove plenty of people. So some of you don't mind, oh, they met 2 months, like I was saying earlier on. 2 months, 3 months, you go without excuse. When the police are not, but these are the counts you should be able to list and present it to them. If they don't want to take action on the police, but now you take up the stand to make the demand. You get one lawmaker. He's absent from the district, absent from section. So now you people go check on some of your lawmakers. Right in the town, they don't travel. They hardly go to work, but they get paid. They talk about absenteeism. Your long time being absent and unexcused. There is no form of communication. You left. Then they call it, then they got criminal conviction. Like what you see proceeding now with the Austin attack, with those who right now being charged and waiting trial. Those lawmakers that will be facing the weight under the law, the fact that these people are formally charged and waiting trial, what will show the time they will be tried. And when they are convicted, the people under the law, you can have them removed. You're not sitting and wait for them to go say the term in jail before. That's what I say. Criminal conviction on a serious crime. Violation of oath. These people go to take oath of office when they swear into offices. The Constitution, but they will not respect the Constitution. Breach of the oath of office. Then they say removal procedure, how to have them removed. A process for removal can be initiated by a specific number of members of either the Senate or the House of Representatives. A formal investigation may be conducted to determine the validity or the allegation against the lawmaker. The accused lawmaker is entitled to a fair hearing and the opportunity to defend themselves. If the allegations are proven, a vote is held and a supreme majority, usually 2/3 of the relevant house, is typically required to remove the member.
Yeah.
So you will go through all these things. But it comes back to all again. Which one of them want to do it? Because it was say when they try it, they normally can say that bad person will be settled because themselves will be removed. But yet and say these are things on the book. These are things on the book to have them removed. In some cases, the decision to remove a lawmaker may be subject to judicial review. The Supreme Court go to look at it, they will say
separation of power.
Yeah. Like if you look at what happened quite recently, where the Supreme Court had to come in, and you saw how the majority. So, but these are the procedures. So the one should say, so now you say that you see all of them misconduct, all of these things are the lawmakers going to do. It's not after I said that you don't have to wait for 6 years.
Yes, you go in Timor and say insulting, disturbing.
You know?
They will spend the whole day there discussing nothing good about the people.
Sometimes you don't have to sit there. When you say you're waiting for 6 years, you're waiting for 9 years. When you present these things, what up to the Senate or the House of Representatives, they will see it. In all of the courts, they will conduct their investigation and see, knowing fully well, because you got to give the person the right now. Then they go to vote 2/3. Once they get that, no more to have you out, you are out. You are disqualified, then you can run to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court will look at the judicial review, whether due process were given or all of these things. But you say that way, you talk about all of these things. You know, these are things that you see almost every day. You know, it's a misconduct. Lord, we're not go in the street, you carry talks to go for people. These are all these are things that count against you to even have you removed.
Yeah.
Then the one who saw Eli Kaba.
Sure.
You walk there with talks, throwing stone. Some of them they sick because the money that they still don't want to go. They don't want to be removed. They ought to say, oh look, based on my health, I'm incapacitated to continue. Let me do the honorable thing. No. You almost let you bear reading, but you still won't get the money. To the extent we see some of our lawmakers, they were sick to the extent they were absent for long from the district, but yet at the end of the day they die.
Because they want to get it.
They still wanted to have the money.
Stay there.
And they talk about absenteeism, prolonged and unexcused absence. You go 3 months, you even inform your colleague, but you can go. No record for the secretary or the leadership to say, or the senator or the representative will be off for 3 months on a sick leave. You just go. You won't have your money going into your account.
Yeah.
You represent people, other people they're arguing for the district, making sure that what is in the national budget, they must have a say in what goes to the district or the county, you know, like we're at large. But the man is not there.
The district,
they are representing different districts. Didn't make and look at you, and look at you, you know. Remember, look at you must join your district and district to go defend your on the budget for development fund.
Well, you should be there.
You know? And we need a law, that's why we say a total reform of the constitution. We need a law that will forbid lawmakers. We're talking about the ones that are outside Maserati. But in their district, you must be a resident of the district.
But it was based on that, the residency clause where you left.
Yeah, there is it now. I want to say, in Maserati, you will see one lawmaker. He representing the people in District 2 and lives in District 5. You see one lawmaker representing the people in District 5 go and live in District 2. How that possible? But you taking money under the nomenclature as representative of this district. You represent your district 7, you live in Marshall. You live in different county. Let's take Maserati as a case study because Maserati million.
Yeah.
Because this is the seat of government. So all of our lawmakers, senators don't have any restriction on that. But you can represent a district and live outside
the district.
What's the representation is there? Then you want another representative.
And two
representatives can come from one district.
Now I'm telling you, we're having a community meeting. Your cause of the lawmaker because you live in the community.
Yeah. Why are people there violating these things?
And some of them don't even go to that district. That still don't see them. They live all their life in different county.
In different districts.
But you're taking money for
representing the people, but you're not doing the people well. What kind of people?
It's so sad.
When we were changed, they kind of thing.
But there's going to be normal thing.
No, but I got to be teaching them.
All the government from Maryland, Grand Chile, River G, most of them the internet. They don't even go home. Some of them they are not in the district. They are not in session.
Yeah.
Where they at? But you're taking pay for the people in the district you're representing. What are deception is that?
Then even some of them to understand, this is the seat of government. We all know when you represent the pool, you will be here. But back home, some of you doing the same thing. The district you representing, you go by there, you building houses in the other district.
Yeah.
With the intent you don't run there, or that place looking already comfortable for you.
You play representing, you can't build
You
there.
made a place a permanent resident, you live outside of the district. Then, and you know, we need to put have a law on the book that two lawmakers cannot live in the same district, especially where that one is developed and the man from the county. Two lawmakers cannot live in one district. So, for instance, there's no problem when you're from Maryland County and you are the seat of government here, and you can live in any other district you must rather. But if back home in the county, you represent the Grand District 1, you can live in District 2. Yeah. That means you'll be having two. So you abandon the people. So two lawmakers must not live in the same district.
And this is one of the reasons why you see government are able to provide those vehicles for them, that they can have access in their counties.
But when you
when you ask the question, it's also making a slow pace of development in terms of road connectivity.
You ask them, they say the road back.
Yeah.
You go back, I can't carry you back to your home.
Yeah.
Yeah. They say the road back.
Yeah.
What
you want your electricity to be in your home or your house, but you live in different district, in different community. Yeah. But then your community don't have your people don't have current in the district. But if you're living there, you make sure
the other man in River some of the places, other places that they right there current. I don't even want one of them from America say LEC no current in a district in River. What do you mean allow one?
You're not there.
Yeah. They got other service provider there.
Yeah. Go there. It will help the people for the fact that you are there. Yeah. The people will benefit too.
You think how they can do current minute? You think they can jump over one area, they go to the other area like that? You know. So these are some of the things that you can remove your lawmakers here. Don't let it fool you. They will not teach you these things. They will never tell you these things. They will not discuss these things on the floor. The police will be absent. They don't raise the concern. But the state take pay. Yeah. The man you can always demand now charter in our country of recent history up to this time that the only government I saw a lawmaker was impeached for Magibi County. You remember the land issue?
Mm-hmm.
That was what he there from.
So but they make it look there's no law.
And he went to jail over it. But they make it look like there is no law.
Yeah.
What they hear them and make it look like nobody's supposed to touch them. It's a blatant lie. Guess the truth today.
Like you said earlier on, you will get vehicle without plate. When the police go in front, they say we want to summon the police director and the police officer come.
And you know that's why they want you to be identified for the currency. Because if the policeman sees the car with your license plate, uniformity, that's what they give you a set of plates for the front and the back. That he would not just, but the man see one car because it's black tinted and you put one security light inside and no license plate, you just think that when he stands in front, what about the EPS people? All the EPS car got the plates. You see the other number. You see police car, you see the number on it. Then one man or the other, you give you plates. For respect, so you can be identified.
You say no.
But you want your people to notice that you around, you take it from them. But money,
you want to put us.
You had it for your people that elected you. To the extent you had it in cards. You will tell the people go away from me to my office. Tomorrow come to the office. You will sit down and call your office chief of staff or somebody office. Say chief, whatever you say. All right. And any one minute, some people here, you go sit at the World Hotel. You start having fun time.
You know that the people there.
Or you drive to one resort and be sitting out there enjoying yourself. They gave you a plate just to evade taxes, export government. You will take one of the plates, you buy a car for your wife or your children, your spouse, whoever, and take one of the plates and put it there. Two cars carrying the same plate. What embarrassment yes so?
Yeah.
Two cars to carry one plate?
No duty free.
You do business or duty free?
Business order, yeah. When you go in
People
America,
don't bring a car, people don't bring a container. You say that you put it in your name.
Yeah.
The money that the person is supposed to pay, they pay half of it to you.
To you.
Something that you pay nothing for.
You pay the way.
You see?
It's wrong.
And we need to actually look at these things.
It's important. We are not helping the country.
We invading taxes and we want to develop Liberia. These are the folks, some of them. But you see, they got some lawmakers here. All of the private vehicles are duly registered, insured, and all of the drivers carry valid driver licenses. Just to avoid problem. They don't want to be mixed up into anything.
But you should be the first person.
Some of them running their businesses, they go to do all of the business registration. They got a tax clearance. They pay their taxes regularly. Nobody bother them, they don't bother people. They are in the confines of the law and moving strictly. They are not taking advantage of the position they find themselves in. They understand what it means to be a good taxpayer and what benefits you will have as a person or as a country. But the other one, they say no. Free for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They tested them.
You won't be free to the extent that root up? Yeah. You get buy clothes. You get pay rent. You get buy food. You get buy water to drink. You don't pay insurance school fee. The only thing you gotta do is hospital bill, they will pay for you. The only thing you gotta do, you find a $10, $20, you buy your one brand. That's the only thing your money goes on. Or you meet somebody smoking, you take the half. Yeah. So if you put yourself in such a man condition, it's terrible.
You are beyond.
Yeah.
You will find out to take it as in power.
Yeah.
Make transportation and make it pay. See that my people there.
And to the police and the HR, various police depots and zones who come in the July 26th. Somebody think you have been doing heading or we do so we won't put us out to now. They have entered the 26th that make you 118 years, 78 years with a new mind, new attitude, and a forward march in the positive direction and change some of these things.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, somebody will do it, everything will be reading it into the people. Maybe somebody will say, you'll go to Liverpool, they'll come bond me and kidnap me, but I got to educate the people, how they can take you people from that way.
And there's a reason
you have been hiding these things for the people.
Don't want to educate the people.
But
they want to put a law.
Every day I will have to say this thing here. Just we see you've been talking about the drug business. Every day they are delegate and I'm going from behind. And any lawmaker that will attempt to call me to bribe me for me to start talking, because you are going to say when you're citing the people against you, the other lawmaker that came on his knees before becoming lawmaker, a commitment he made to only God here and God get their judgment.
Yeah. The lawman say it reached a certain point.
He came at time he made almost asked a police to someone, it only took 2 other senators to say no, but we followed the show. They put there. You beg us.
That's my first time.
For us to, for the media presence and transparency to take place, we have to send people behind you up to this side. You can't tell or hide.
Yeah.
I told you something, and I repeat, and I want all the politicians, not just. I'm not in the business of crediting any lawmaker. I don't want to be only lawmaker, not only. Any single thing you ask me to do, one thing important, no problem. You will pay my money before I do it for you. A lot of you are complete architects of broken premises.
Sure. That means I get pride with y'all. What's the problem?
Yeah.
After you made.
The other man say you can't give up money because you get corrupt money.
Corrupt money. So you did the money get clean, and if I say you want brave time, I say there's him asking you for a vote. I don't care. They won't vote for me.
That's the reason because all these things, people, because they know most of the people don't read these things and you have to have them removed. The way the people can conduct themselves
in the house in a night, in a day, often But now we can call you, give me answer. Then you tell us we got the money. I get nothing. We got the money. You say the money, corrupt money we get here. You take the money you get. So you agree that corrupt money you get? Are you taking? But we blame you. The way for money which you come to power. The people that put out the power, you're turning against the same people. Yeah. In Basel, they've broken promises that our people continue to bring to us. That people need to stop.
We need a law in this country that forbids a lawmaker that represents a particular district to live in another district and not in his district.
But we reach to the point I will start calling names on a serious note. Yeah. Well, name is shame. That's why I like the African Development Bank. No, I meant to President Baga. He said, don't you have President Wilson? Use your yellow or red card. Don't you have me to use it? Don't you have to suspend people? Investigate them. Let them go to, if they're guilty, go to jail. Eh? Don't you have to use the red flag, man? You doing it what? If I want to be dismiss them.
That's one of the things again. Yeah, about violation of oath, breach of the oath of office.
Yeah.
You will go there oath to make sure
you're licking the power of the Quran, but you can't live up to what you sound to. What's that? Eh?
You live in District 7, you are represented by District 8, you start living Marshall Highway.
Yeah.
Why can't you go live in different country? What kind of thing is this?
You want for the people to vote for you in a district, but now you live in a district, you go to a different place.
Yeah, when Honorable Father was represented by District 5, he was living in District 2.
Yeah.
In Johnsonville. How can you do all of that?
The other man say he ain't concerned about the district, but the whole country is concerned about. But the district voted for you. But now you advocating for the whole country. What's that?
You representative, you want to be senator. They all have a law that will tell you, send the one you got, now enough for you, resign. People want it. You said that you're running for presidency after you win, and they can't
come back.
When you win, you win. And I asked Senator Johnson got powerful in our hand.
Yeah.
Because the so everybody saw him as the hero. So every time he goes for the contest as a presidential candidate, the numbers there from Nima County because the second vote reached county, everybody thought, so people walk out with start seeing him as the king's maker, and he proved that.
He didn't want to bring it down.
And he went on to prove that on occasion. You can't take that away from him. But if we had the restriction of these things that resign, you think Senator Johnson are going to ever try that thing?
No.
You're never going to try it because you're going to know that certain people are going to vote for him. That your kingsmen are going to vote for you, so you know your kingsmen can be president. That's how many people got a senator now. They come in have by-election.
Yeah.
If we had a law on the boat, trust me, probably he might not have tried that thing.
But the people give you a mandate, who represent over 6 years. They tell the president no.
Then you leave the people halfway. That's why we say we need law that tells you if you are representative and there's a vacancy existing in any county that you hailing from for the senatorial seat, while serving, you must be able to complete that 6 years before you vie for any other elected position. Snow then go Bomika there. They put many representatives. You even go the first half or the term, you jump out and make him senator. What
taking all
on the boat.
Yeah, you relax.
You go there and say, no laws on the boat. No law on the boat that tells me or forbid me from doing this. You see? Then our schools, with all of these representation, our schools are richer, I mean, in deplorable condition, but our lawmakers, our ministers, our directors, and other folks serving the government, the schools are running smoothly and up to date.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to some of these people's school, you think that they're painting every morning.
But what's the government?
They build schools. They'll say that for the people, they build schools, they own schools, that even people in the district cannot afford to go to those schools.
But the first thing you last is put that you want to enhance education into the community. At the end of the day, the very people you are talking about building the education sector for, they cannot afford to go there.
Eh? You got cleared in the name of, those are things, those are the manifestos, those are all of those things you put together. People want to hear, you talk about, you know, medication will be available, accessible, and all of those things. You don't have to spend money when you build it. people living in the district cannot even afford to have one night when they're sick to sleep down there. Because they bill out, you almost like sending the person, the man can pay when you get leave when you don't pay. Yeah.
Okay, continue to treat the
No,
country
LIBERIA is back off with the attitudes of our leaders. Sometimes we say the elections, but at times let's do a share blame and do competitive analysis. Look, poverty is responsible for these things. The poor know. I mean, the man in poverty, it's difficult for him to screen and I say, the people you go elect. The first thing when the men come to you, they will tell you all the good things. Why do you think people can be truck? You need somebody who has a work to do or doing their own business would sit down in one bus and look at the risk factor. They say you carrying the person million land to go register to vote for you. Yeah, we kind of beat you. $20 business. The man is going over there. Today, some of them have become citizens in other countries because some of the results came. Some of them that they know they did not win, or the result coming, they left the people over there and ran back to town. Yeah, they go there. Some of them born in there. Yeah, man. Yeah. I told him. Yeah. You know that free route business. They say, so you hear from Grand Jila County, you get transportation. The people going very dope, and they said, he said, I can't believe you go there now. You start out there.
They leave them kind of.
After you start walking and becoming small. By this time, maybe you eat neighbor. Yeah.
You know, like brother say, do what I say, but don't do what I do. At the country here, they don't live for. And it's a deception that our leaders will kiss the Bible, take oath, kiss the Quran. They don't live up to it. You know what they say? I mean, I think God knows how beings on. We come go to the Camon or the modern men because I met the Juju there. When you break the Juju law, it goes right there. Because that's why the Bible again. No, yeah, we don't do the prayer. What's that? So God, when you take the oath, you lick the Bible, or you kiss the Bible, or you kiss the Quran, and you carry on your misstep like you never took oath. Your stomach is just like getting biggie for you. Yes, yeah. Let your clothes not be able to fit you. When you get to the Bible like that, you start wearing one hell of a gown because you say Christian nation, you kiss Bible, then they see you against. You start to bring it down on the very people. Why would hell the people to the extent that they think confused? We keep on that stuff like brothers will be enjoying. Like what Honorable John Smart, John Smart said, that's true. Now you know I live. I'm calling my area because for your work for me. But even you see the young guys, they all hanging on the various cars, going to favorite destination. On the keke and all. Going to red light. They come from work. Yeah. He said, "Now take a lead." He bending into the bomber, he holding the thing. Yeah. He's not normal like drugs. Yeah. He's going on because the first 1 hour in the morning, it's gone. It's waiting on. He can't lie because when he had lied, the whole time just feeling like that, he was sick. He got be emotional. Yeah. Come here, like you're so serious you can't do something. The first money you get, go in the ghetto. After that, come back. Yeah. In the evening, go for the last phase. Look at how we fought hard. I kept the feet to the fire. Honorable Goshua, Honorable Michael Thomas. Yeah. They fought it. Today we have a bill. We have a law in LIBERIA on the issue of drugs, non-bailable. Yeah. Other police, you need to put your hands around us to get this thing done. Collectively, we can have this thing done. But look at some of the things. Look, so look at the kind of thing the men went past the last time. Yeah. Compulsory breastfeeding. That law, that people like law. The woman feed the baby whole day, but she what's the subsidy government providing for baby mothers? You eating what I want. So you take pass all. And that law, they can't give no update about that law. How far is it now? And like I said the other day, and some of them, they know very well when their wives or spouses get back, they're fighting for that child not to even suck breast. Yeah. Because they think they love. And let me say what is the constitution. So they want female lawmakers to be carrying out in session to be breastfeeding the breast compulsory now. So how do we what you asked to do really crap out of you? And it took another 10G or 15G fast It was passed.
Yeah. Who represent the Memman Bridge wore her school day uniform. She wore her jumper, her green jumper with a white t-shirt on it, and she pulled her bow and went to. What kind of thing is that?
Yeah, but I found error.
What is that?
The other
when you put Ali clothes and put belt, you say.
You don't care to you. You can't.
Then nobody carry trouble. Then nobody carry trouble when you finish fighting. Look at it.
The men deliberately sat in session, carried banana or peanuts, eating it. Those are the things what police are putting for. And to respect to the office. They leave for Ibon County, they go to America, they say a reconciliation, they go to South.
The Prince William and
I'm working to reconciliation.
They having problem in the county. The chiefs, the elder, all there. They call the people together to sit and read there. The two of them got in plane. They say they go to the association of people in from Bon County, America. Why the people couldn't come here? They went there. They said they go have reconciliation. And then they say anything that Prince William want, once he want to be president, I'm not saying I will give you anything you want. He will get. Let's go to the line this morning. Got something to talk about.
When they come back, the people in the district or the county.
0775-919-919 0880-919-919 are the numbers.
The last time he was hurting a delegation was preached. I felt the positive.
Good morning.
Good morning. Will you go?
Go ahead.
I'm Joseph Cooper calling from Soul Clinic.
Okay.
My brother, I want to say thank you. For the past 2 years, I've been listening to you. You are talk, and then your voice cannot be heard. If you are the Messiah that came to deliver the Israelites from Egypt, I hope for people to listen to you and do what you're saying for them to do it. Human being will be human being, and it will not change. LIBERIA will be LIBERIA, it will not change no matter what happens. You are allowed. Okay, if you can remember, a few weeks back, you went to YMCA for the meeting where the police act went, and for the meeting on the GSA road there.
Yeah.
You went somewhere. There's a deal of it in a YMCA. You enter in the place there. You saw how the place was looking.
Yeah, I saw the water.
As the CEO of his eyes will be looking.
No way.
The officer sitting down in a place there, rain falling on them. People who's fighting crime. This kind of thing.
Yeah, you put that in a position.
As I'm speaking to you right now, the one deal officer yesterday at the Somalia drug yesterday.
Yeah.
They killed him. You see, they were fighting crime in the country. My brother,
I understand. Good morning.
Good morning to my two great ambassadors.
Good morning.
Pastor Moses, coming you for my resident this morning. Well, the professors, you guys have said enough again this morning. I wish we Liberians will take in those lessons and make sure, most of those violations that have been carried on by the lawmakers. If Liberians who have been on serious manner country, many you can call back now. Those violations are on so many occasions. But now you can call back supposed to be out of that place. But because we have been weak manner, and because the lawmakers they are not in our interest, they believe they take action on any of their police. Tomorrow will fall back on them. So the fear have been like that. And that is the reason that even when they took savings from in our curriculum, so the Liberian children, the youth these days will not be able to learn more about government. But we know that God has brought you people on co-FM to keep teaching the Liberians people, and we'll make sure that your plan will be here one of these days. I don't want Liberians to say Liberia will not change. Liberia will change and Liberians will change. Thank you very much for your topic.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie, and good morning to your co-host in studio. This is the voice of Wayne McMahon, one of the astute members of the Peace Reporting Intelligence Center, reporting from Harlem, Lower Margibi County.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. I listened to the show. I must commend you guys for the topic on the discussion, the very talking points. Nowadays, we, the citizens of Liberia, our problem is the 1986 Constitution. For the fact that the 1986 Constitution cannot actualize the reality of the day, it means that the livelihood of the Liberian people will remain the same for the next 100 years to come. Laws are subjected to amendment. Once the reality of the day cannot meet up with the old laws, it means that there's a need for revision. That's the only way the livelihood of the people will be improved. Like, you have a lawmaker, like you rightfully stated, you have a lawmaker who is representing the people in Madibi, for district number 2, but he lives in King Village. So how can the part of the people be
yeah, what a distance so much that you can't leave when it comes to work.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? A lawmaker for district 2 lives in King Village. He only comes once in a blue moon when he waiting when he have political activity within the district. It's a sad time for us. If and only if the lawmakers themselves can pass a law regulation that, look, every lawmaker or county must reside within the capital city. All of the work should be done in the capital city until time for joint session. You convert into Montserrat County for joint session and then go back to your district. I think the part of the people within the first district will be heard and there will be massive development. Other than that, all of them will be in Montserrat County. The road will remain deplorable. The livelihood of the people, the platform will remain the same. Thank you for the show.
Yeah, thank you. And another thing too, even if we can have all of them, the nearby counties to people who are representing people in my DB, people who from Bombing, Grand Bassa, Cape Mount, you know. I mean, there is no reason they can tell us that they can't go to work and go back.
Yeah, one country.
There is no reason.
No reason. Like you wake up in the morning, you come to a section and you go back. But the houses they built, they even have built entire weekend more than even what they have in the district, in the country.
Good morning.
Deception.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Va.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Christian Nelson.
Yeah, I'm with Nelson calling from Arai.
Okay, Chief.
Look, sometimes, you know, sometimes I don't want to call it, sometimes I can be constrained because people have said a lot from the beginning of all of the administration. People have long been giving us education. But our problem is the lawmaker. Just imagine, we give them luxury homes, we give them luxury cars, lucrative salary. I mean, why are we benefiting? Look at our West African country. Look at their salary, their parliament salary. Look at it. And they are living with a
so in 1,000 and some other.
Yeah.
Way to 7,000 plus. 9,000 plus.
So those things is, you know, as we always say that the electorate is our problem, and
I think the electorate is that, you know, though they are part of the problem, but they intend to keep the poor in poverty. So when they come to do something in the poor thing, you want to live there on the poverty.
Why in the world you buy $45,000 car for each and representative, and they have two separate branches? Why they cannot be in one chamber?
But the district can show $145,000 school.
Yeah. Hospital.
They cannot show $145,000 clinic.
But they own.
Good morning.
Good morning. It's Stuart Val, Information Books.
Go ahead, Chief.
Information Books, the constitution can still be revised, but we are not putting force in it. For a typical example, when hearing comes to our representatives, their work is not into the district. But when it comes into the district, a political issue.
What reason to put in here for to live in the same place? One reason.
I start with my district I live in because this is where my property is. When it comes to the township that I brought to Sokolik, there was nothing our honorable man stepped here to meet all the leaders of the blacks or whatsoever communities. You just go out by yourself and passing, you want to make the play of the township. Why can't you come and sit down with a meeting with these people? Then you just brought township up. The way in which our representatives and other things taking, they can be the almost like the more even than the president now. It's very, very wrong. This constitution needs to be revised on our 1847, 1832, it needs to be revised because it's taking one path and will never ever bring development. We rebuild them
In Jesus' name.
Okay. Tomorrow, Thursday, we will take a deep look at education in Liberia. I've taken my time. I've gone to see some schools, some faith-based school, some private school, government school, but we will do analysis. And the Ministry of Education, you need to start to take a tour to some of the schools in Liberia. See the environment, see where they are located, how the students, whether they are protected. And because you can have a school, the certain area, soon as they reset, you got school, the school not even infant, soon as they reset, the children all in the community. Once they reset, I'm in school, I let up. Children gone, all the students.
The men go in the shop.
They go in the shop, they do that. So we're talking about schools that you see built in fence, whether that wire fence or that brick fence, where when you see recess, you got somebody who's selling food, the kids can eat right there. They are protected, security at the gate. After school, let up, parents will go for them. We can't keep having these schools just operating like that. Because there's some very, very good, decent school in Liberia. And that's some Bayer school, we will be discussing all of them tomorrow, and we'll be calling names. So if you know, and the parents get prepared to go to send your children to school, that will be better for you. With that said, that's how we draw the curtains on today's edition of the Morning Round. I'm Weekie Brooks.
I'm Ambassador Nathaniel Farm.
Nicholas Bakken, thank you for being there as well.
Jesus, we don't believe in words. We believe in actions and deeds. And let me tell you this after we come out of the house. We will do everything possible at the level of the National Legislature to support you through your budgetary allotment come 2026.
Thank you. Okay, the blue one too. Highly reflective, Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. President, I would like you to let the protocol come back. I'm already on the floor. I will just take one immediately from here. But on behalf of the men and women of the Liberia National Police, we want to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to you and your entity, your family, for making